Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. I heard a lot of exciting things took place. Oh boy, very interesting weekend, I suppose. I was gonna make a post and brag to everybody that I did like household things because I heard that's the only way to pretend that you actually do things around your house is to make a post. I thought about posting like the food I've cooked and the bragging rights, right? But then I remembered I'm an adult and that is expected of me. So I'm sorry I did not entertain you all with my daily adulting routine, but that's okay, right? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, big girl, baby boop, Gemma, lip locked, Marcy, up to good, Ellie, WIS, Shauna, mystical, Margaret, straight talker, be nice, try it, Elena, Vixen, Crimson. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Winnie. BBSM, allegedly speculating. The Wandering Sub, Sugar Balls. We all knew they'd eat each other in the end. I'm a seahorse, didn't we? Didn't we? I cooked biscuits and gravy. Banana Pug. You know what I'm saying, that dude? Phonics, Loki's mom. Good morning, everyone. Sophie King, Tonka, Bosco, Erica J. You guys are moving quick. If I miss you, I do apologize. This Mrs. Beach to yeah. Clicked on at just the right moment. Good morning. I'll be listening, driving. You have snow too? We had snow as well. Hey, Irony. Tracy. Niners. Oh, I don't believe it if you don't post it. I know. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Imagine that. So I got great news. If B Tim agrees, I'm out of the Rico. Hey, Bridget, cat girl. How exciting is that? Oh, Hannah, Lazy Wolf, good morning. Gamers Cruising. There's my girl, Pika, me and my saint. Jason, thanks for coming on live. I'm dying over here waiting to hear from you. Thank you, Mr. Blue. I like to make people wait, you know. Oh, 58 and fabulous with the 7 months. Good morning, everyone. Oh, yeah, the skunks. The skunks. Hey, Jessie girl. Kamaz, please. Thank you, Great and Grace. MJ's Life, good morning. Miss Lavabard. Tara. Did a demon come back at all? Which demon? Which one? Hey, Jessie girl. Happy Sunday to you. Hey, Stowe. My biatch waited for me to wake up. Sure did. 38 months. How could I not? Hey, Made with Love. Good morning, Deanna. That's insane. Jennifer with the 24 months. Good morning. If it didn't come from your attorney, it never happened. Oh, it happened. It happened. And we're going to happen to jump right into it. Hey, Indy. Can we find the knitting community now? Yeah, let's go infiltrate them. I've had it with this place. Hey, Purple Haze. This is going to be a fun one. Did you get snow? We did. We weren't even expecting it. It's actually snowing again right now. Up to good, but it was free. I got to admit, it was pretty entertaining hearing what was taking place. I wanted to blind react, so I only know the like bare minimum of everything going on. So I may have it a bit out of context, but it all started with my phone blowing up the other day with screenshots of Nick in a chat, and the offer was that if B Tim agrees to a in person debate, he will settle with me and pay my attorney fees. And I'm like, oh, okay. Wake up, Maggie, with the 13 months. But that's not how any of this works, right? It's not the way it works. It's not, it's I was baffled at the idea of it because I'm like, wow, these people really think this is a game. You know what I mean? And then on the other hand, I'm like amused by it because how many outs are they going to give me before they just admit that I was never their target and apologize for what they've done to me? I think it would have been easier. Deanna with the we had a YouTube baby. The Demon Rage Quinn then had another 3.5 hour live. Do you need either live? I have both. The first was deleted. Ooh, I just may. I don't know. I don't know what they were. So, of course, that would piss Brittany off because she's left with the realization again that I'm not their target. And it kind of just validates everything we've been saying, right? The way Brittany is acting too. I just want to know when it turned to Julia being your victim. Granny's watching. I don't know because on September 5th, I believe it was the 5th. We'll go back and look. Thank you, Electro. But Julia emailed me thanking me for how kind I've been to her. And then, like a week later, she signed a declaration against me. So, as far as her being my victim, I would love to see proof of her victimhood. Because just too much and has caused too much suffering. Oh, now it's caused too much suffering. Guess what, baby? The gavel comes down next week. Nobody's getting the fuck out of this. If you wanted out of this, if you wanted to settle, you should have done it a year and a half ago. The idea that any of this is the idea that you guys have control over any of this is amusing to me. You lost. You don't have the upper hand. You don't have the ability to settle. You don't have the ability to make that call. You're at my fucking knees now. You're at my feet. We fucking won. I don't know what confusion level you people are living on, but that's not the way this works. It's not the way any of this works. You don't have the power. I'll never forget. It was a quote by Nick. Power recognizes power. And I sat on it. I'm like, power recognizes power. Power recognizes power. I played around with it in my head. And then it dawned on me. He don't really have power. The power is the same as that of the Oz from Wizard of Oz. The illusion is there, but the power is not. Would you go over Jules' accusation against you as a refresher? Yeah, a refresher is Jules blamed me for what Brittany Jackson did. That's the truth. As soon as I exposed that Julie emailed me, she tried to hurry up and change her email account. The problem is her email that she emailed me from was linked to her Facebook, and I got the proof of it before she changed it because I'm not stupid and I wasn't born yesterday. So this whole idea of Jules Valenti being my victim, yeah, I'd love some proof to back that up. Anyway, of course, my girl Hartley comes through with the solid and gives your girl a breakdown. So I guess it kind of starts with Nick over in the chat saying if beats him, agrees to debate him. Here's a few things I got to say about that, right? First off, as much as I like beats him, and I do, I adore him, I enjoy him, I don't know him. And the idea that they are putting this type of power into a stranger's hands, again, vindicates me from the fact that I am not this big bad monster you've made me out to be. And if this had anything to do with Sebastian, then please riddle me how an in-person debate with beats him resolves all of that. How's it resolve all of that? No, because when you bring the accusations, you have to prove them. Jules proved nothing. Absolutely nothing. I can't wait to all of them are held accountable. Right, it's a game. That victimhood came after BJ served you up to Nick. Facts. So let's hear Brittany cry. Sorry, you guys are going to go through the steps with me because I wasn't online to hear it or see it all, and
I have to choose my words carefully because I wasn't born yesterday.
I'm going to try really hard not to stop and laugh, but now you have to choose your words carefully because you weren't born yesterday. You want everybody to believe you were just born, that you are so unknowing. You are so, oh, I don't even know how I got here. Oh my gosh, I have adult cats living outside and suddenly kittens appear. It's magical. You're not as stupid as you try to act, Brittany, and I'm so fucking thankful that Nick has recognized that.
But I got to be real honest with you. I have been going through the worst point of my life probably in this last year. It's been one hit after the other consecutively. And let me make myself clear. I'm not here.
The day the internet is ever a time where I say I've been going through the worst point of my life, you should have logged off. All right. Sorry, I kind of jumped. If B. Tim agrees to an in-person debate in Pennsylvania, I will ask if we can settle Granny's case and possibly pay her out. Don't hold me to it, as I can't call that myself, but I think I can make it work. If he actually cares to help, he'll do it. If he actually cares to help her. No. B. Tim doesn't have that power, and I respectfully decline on his behalf. We will pay her, Granny's legal fees if he does this. B. Tim, call and B. Tim. You got 72 hours to accept. Doodle Mom, you can't be that dense. Anybody who fell for this, you can't be that dense. You cannot believe that's actually how this works. Okay, though. Barbecue, tough shit. Yeah, of course they make sure, if he really cares to help her, he'll do it. I'll pay her fees tomorrow. Yes, 72 hours. He has to agree within 72 hours. Only for Granny, barbecue not included. We will pay her, Granny's legal fees if he does this. Again, I was never their target. They have nothing against me. I'm waiting for the day, Nick, when you will just be man enough to admit that and apologize without making it a damn joke. If you think throwing somebody into a frivolous litigation on the back of a nationwide missing child's case with people like Dog the Bounty Hunter and threats of going to media and having TMZ and blah, 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 if you think any of that is a joke that can be summed up through an in-person debate, like, I get we all had a little fun with the idea of all of this and he is cute to see, Nick turning on Brittany and Brittany turning on Nick and blah, blah, blah. This isn't a fucking joke. This is my life. This is things that money won't even replace. Like, this is as serious as it gets. And to see it all being downplayed and minimized so they can get a few little clicks and views on the internet, so you get a little extra people in the chat box that day. The fuck? I remember Lasniak said anyone who comes to his office is welcome. And then when you did, he said it was a threat. I knew what Nick was doing was a trap to mess with your litigation. Thank you, B-Tim. Yeah, imagine being accused of running a criminal enterprise and constantly being offered these ridiculous ways to get out of it. Ridiculous, but also unreachable. It's not funny. It's not cute. That's why the adults are talking today. It's actually gross that this has all been done on Sebastian Rogers' name. I don't know, but look how quick Sinner was to go with the deal, right? Brittany's friend, Brittany's babe, her babe. How quick he was to let me off the hook to get his hooks into B. Tim. And you still believe these people support you for you, Brittany? You still believe these people give a fuck about you, Brittany? They just happen to hate the same person. It is unfortunate that Jules and Nick appear to have forgotten the expose stream that BJ did of private emails sent to her Jules, where BJ made statements that Jules is psychologically unwell. Oopsie. They may have forgotten Frosty, but we haven't. And the internet never does. Anyhow, let's go on back. Sorry.
I'm not here to cry and bitch and moan. We all got our struggles. Get in line, right? Get in line. We're all fucking here struggling. So let me make it clear.
We're not all here struggling to breathe, struggling to move in our seats, but go off, sis.
I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the only person on these godforsaken streets who have issues.
Has anybody ever met a Christian that uses the Lord's name so often in vain? Godforsaken streets, Jesus Christ. Go to church. It's Sunday, baby. Go to church. Oh, you were up all night proving Nick's point. Woo, forgot.
Who are going through shit. I know that. I'm fully aware of that. But just to get to the overall point, can we just fucking lay it out, lay the truth bare for a minute and say that injunction has made this shit what it is. It's so, I believe with everything in me, with every fiber of my soul in my being. Do I believe that me and Granny's Watching would still have drama? Yes, we always.
This is so important, and I hope people are listening. Because this is so important.
With every fiber of my soul in my being. Do I believe that me and Granny's Watching would still have drama? Yes, we always do. Me and hers had
Me and hers had. Don't ever make fun of the way I speak, bitch. Me and hers had
a hate for one another for a long time. It's no secret. She's obsessed. She would have never stopped. But do I believe?
Yes, I'm the one obsessed. Although it's documented time and time again that I've asked you repeatedly to leave me the fuck alone. But yes, I'm the one obsessed. I'm the one who blocked you. I'm the one who begged you to take your membership off my channel. I blocked both your channels. I don't look at your shit. But yes, I'm the one obsessed, Brittany. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I'm not the one that was so obsessed that I ran into the arms of a criminal to destroy your life. Okay, Tuts? So who's really fucking obsessed here? Oh, I can't wait till Nick figures you out, bitch.
Believe that all of these things would have happened to me? No, I don't. I don't think I ever would have went through the shit that I've gone through. I have become target numero uno. And
Uno. Like Uno reversed. Like that Uno? Or what kind of Uno? What kind of Uno are we talking? Numero uno. You became target numero uno. You know why you became target numero uno? Because you accused each and every single one of us of running an enterprise because we disagreed with your little Seffy poo being innocent. Because we wouldn't run and grab pitchforks for the Proudfoots. Because when that wasn't good enough and you weren't getting enough attention, you actively poked at every single creator until they decided to respond. I mean, you can blame it on this litigation, but then I'm trying to figure something out if that's the route you're going. If the route you're going is to blame what's happening to you on this litigation, then please explain to me why you signed this litigation. Because over here it says the relentless harassment and defamation was unimaginable pain, fear, and suffering. So please enlighten us, Brittany. What was going on in your life? What was I doing to you that made you sign into this declaration with these accusations if you're now admitting that nothing happened to you until after you signed it, you motherfucker? Because you thought it was all fun and games because it was free to try to fuck up my life, right? You thought it was all cute and hee and ha ha. I'm going to accuse Granny of running a fucking criminal enterprise in her neighborhood, preventing a missing child from being found. With the father on the news saying, I have blood on my hands. You thought it was all fun and fucking games so long as you could sit in the comfort of your little roach-ridden shack and not have to face the reality of anything that was going on, right, Brittany? It was all fun and fucking games while this was in my courthouse, 10 minutes from my motherfucking house where my entire family resides. My family tree. It's not a reef like yours. It's a fucking tree resides in this county. And you had the nerve to accuse me of operating a criminal enterprise within it. And now you want to sit here and say nothing has happened until you sign this litigation? You sick motherfucker. You are a sick woman. And you know what makes people not feel bad for you? The fact that you won't even accept what you did. You won't even acknowledge what you did. You will always try to make yourself a victim of whatever it is you can find yourself to be a victim of. The only thing you're a victim of is your own fucking envy. And I've said that to you for years. You are so invested in what I am doing and what I am doing and what I am doing that you are literally fading in front of all of us. You have knocked yourself down. You have gained 300 pounds. You can't even breathe. You can't even keep your eyes open because you are so worried about what the fuck I am doing. But go on and tell us what a victim you are of the litigation you signed.
And I have more than I can fucking bear of screenshots and messages and emails of these people coming at me and telling me it's all my fault, that I wouldn't go through this. How do I like it? Justifying my kids being tormented from CPS, justifying all the police calls to my house, justifying.
Here we go again. The RICO is why I'm getting calls to CPS and blah, 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 blah. No, maybe you nodding the fuck out at 3, 4 a.m. is the reason you're getting calls from CPS. Maybe your hubby boyfriend over there loading a gun and threatening people's lives is why. But go ahead and keep blaming it on the RICO, Brittany. See how well that bears you in 10 years from now when your children are out of fucking control because their mommy never gave them the therapy and counseling and love they needed as a child because the internet was more important. Go to fuck off. You think you're going to be able to blame Granny and the RICO 10 years from now? You pathetic little bitch.
Every fucking thing that we've been through, there's always that somebody standing there behind it to say, well, how would have Granny felt? How do you think Granny feels? This is what you get. Look what you did to that mother and her children.
Yeah, and you're a covert narcissist, so you can't fucking understand it, can you?
Every fucking time I turn around.
Every fucking time I turn around. Bitch, it takes you 5 minutes to turn around. You just moved in your chair and I heard the chair scream for help. Who else heard it? Put a 1 in the chat. You can't even lift a butt cheek without fucking being out of breath. Shut up. Turn around. It takes you 5 minutes to turn the fuck around, heifer.
That has been the story of my life for the past year and a half. My reputation has been desecrated.
Her reputation has been desecrated because she accused another woman of running a RICO. Do you think that's... Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
story of my life for the past year and a half. My reputation has been desecrated.
My reputation has been desecrated. Okay. Okay. What they have done is has torn apart not just my professional life, but my personal life as a mother, a daughter, and a person who values kindness, honesty, and peace. I've lost count of the number of times I've woken up in a cold sweat, terrified that someone might follow through on the threats that Jessica and her followers have made against me. She didn't just stop at insults or gossip. She looked straight into her camera and told me, I will make you a fucking victim. These words haunt me. Shut the fuck up, Brittany. You are such a liar. First off, my camera wasn't even on. Second off, you didn't add the parts of that stream where I said, leave me the fuck alone, Brittany. I don't speak on you. I don't pay you attention. I want nothing to do with you. Leave me the fuck alone. You want so badly to be a victim of mine? I will make you a victim. That's what I said. And guess what? I never followed through. But guess who did? You, Roshni. You followed through and you made yourself the ultimate victim of mine by going into the courthouse, riding off Sebastian Rogers' back. Okay. And the people paid attention. The people wanted to see what a poor little victim you were, that you would accuse a woman of running a RICO operation, racketeering influence corrupt organization. And what the people saw was your carefully constructed victimhood collapse, Humpty Dumpty, as you sat on that wall. They realized as day in and day out, you kept going at me, that you weren't this little victim that was afraid of Granny, that you were an envious, jealous, obese bitch who couldn't move on with your life because you were so worried about what Granny was doing. That's what the people saw. And the people decided you're not a victim of anything but your own bad decisions. Desecrated. My name was desecrated. Was it? Wait until your name is desecrated across TMZ flashing news of what type of true crime podcaster would dare use a missing child's case to seek revenge on somebody she's argued with for years on the internet. And then you admit it thereafter that I was never the one who did anything to your real life, that you have never had anything happen to your real life until you started arguing with Cluminati. Right, Brittany? But that's not what you wrote when you asked the judge to see you as a poor mother, not a litigant, just a mother. You're just so fucking gross. You really are so gross. I thought maybe she'd have the realization, you know what, guys, I fucked up. No, instead, you're just a victim again. Oh my gosh. Oh, now I'm a victim of the litigation I signed. No self-awareness with this one. Pity party of one. Two, I guess, if reality's there to be like, yeah, Brittany.
Channel has been fucked with more ways than I can even imagine that I probably don't even know about. My attorney, it has been harassed to no end. I mean,
you don't have an attorney. For fuck's sake, stop the lies.
To the point where there's people that are impersonating him now. We have been fucked with every way.
People are impersonating him. You want to see something funny? Let's look at this. Right? A lazy, wasteful piece of shit. They're just not casual insults. Okay, here we go. Number 7. When she says these things publicly in front of thousands of people, I feel the walls of my world closing in. My children have seen me cry because of these things. I try to hide it, but they notice. How can a mother explain that strangers are attacking her, saying horrible things, calling her names, or trying to destroy the life she's worked so hard to build? You hit go live. You don't even plan to stream that day. The life you worked so hard to build, you tossed away your real life and made a secondary. But anyway, my point being, you said thousands. When Granny says this in front of thousands, can we all take a moment to acknowledge that, Brittany, you have made my views go up with your accusations? And if you thought thousands were hearing it before, well, baby, they're hearing it now. Can we get some claps in the chat? Let's do some clapping emojis. Thank you, Brittany, for making sure that a larger audience was able to recognize what a lying, pathological, fake Christian piece of shit you really are. A wasteful, lazy piece of shit at that. Thank you, Brittany. Thousands, right? Thousands. You just couldn't let go of that girl code, could you? Now look at you. Yeah, that Brittany, we don't expect anything from Brittany, do we? I mean, come on. She speaks in the most broken English I've ever heard, and then sits there and tries to mock the way other people speak. We was at the park. Hers and I.
And I got to tell you, I never spoke, and I'm not. I'm gonna try not to get
Damn, that chair is struggling. Listen to that struggle.
imagine. And I got to tell you, I never spoke, and I'm not. I'm gonna try not to get mad. Hey, 501 Dime Bag Chris.
I'm gonna try not to get mad. Bernie just realized what we've been telling her for fucking a year now.
I don't appreciate it being taken lightly like it's a joke, because it's
Oh.
not. It's easy for people to laugh about it and joke around about it when they're not on the receiving end of it. And
Oh, ain't that something? Miss, I'm tired of hearing about the Rico. Ain't that something? Easy for people to joke and laugh about. Okay.
I can't. I'm just gonna say I'm not green team. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm not fucking green team. I'm allegedly with Brittany J. I support Seth. I support Sebastian. I want to find Sebastian.
You want to find Sebastian, but you pushed off that Sebastian birthday stream and still didn't do it. But she wants to support. She wants to find Sebastian. You couldn't even find the time to dedicate to him to a live stream. Even after saying that his father gave you insider information, you still kind of prioritize that child. You don't give a fuck, Brittany. You didn't want to find him. You wanted to find yourself the victim of Granny so badly so that you ran to the courthouse, signed a declaration, and sat back and thought you were going to fucking throw me in jail. Yeah, this is why the people don't feel bad for you.
will continue to talk about Sebastian. I will continue to advocate for Sebastian, but make no
She'll continue to talk about and advocate for? Really? Huh. Okay.
mistake about it. I am not green team.
You know the only reason Brittany knows the saying "make no mistake" is because my attorney actively says "make no mistake." That's the only reason Brittany knows that little saying right there. It cracks me up every time she says it.
You to advocate for Sebastian, but make no mistake about it. I am not green team. I haven't been green team in a long time. Right, Tina. But and if this makes me lose people, I'm sorry. I lose people, I guess. If this makes me lose,
You don't have people left to lose. I would stop right there. I'm proud to support you, Jess. Here for it all. Thank you, J-Dub. We support the truth. Don't cry now. I know that's right nonsense. Oh, she was quick to pull up a seat at that pity party. Yeah, she fell asleep covering Sebastian, but she cares so much. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still fighting this cold.
people, then I'm used to that anyway. I can lose people. I've lost people before. I'm accused of
You lost over 200 moderators. Do I have to remind everybody of my bragging moment? My mod, What the Croc, has been with me for 48 months. My mod, Pristine, 48 months. My mod, Jill, 48 months. My mod, Tattoos, 48 months. You know why it caps at 48 months? Megan, Gary, Copa said it. New account, Who This. You know why it caps at 48 months? Because it's the day that my channel got monetized. They've been with me since the day I hit go live, my very first live stream. They've been with me. How many motherfuckers do you know in a drama community that has literally had the support of their moderator since the day they started their channel? If you don't think that speaks volumes as to who and what we are as a community, you are sadly mistaken. There goes Gary, 48 months. I just guessed it because I know. We got K&S, 48 months. We got Loki's mom, 48 months. We got Wa, 48 months. These people have been with me since day one because we are a fucking community that has read solid through all of the bullshit because we recognize who the fuck we are. Brittany, you couldn't keep a moderator for 45 days, okay? You couldn't keep a moderator for a year. B-Tim said, well, I only have 16 months. Oh, I mean, this is facts though, right? We've been here for how long? It speaks to who and what you are, Brittany, that you can't keep a motherfucker with you. And the only ones you can are the ones that slide out, expose you, and come back because you're that desperate. You're that desperate for anybody. You'll take anything. Thank you so much, Sharon, for being a member. Thank you, Petty. Enjoy watching your growth over the last 14 months. Thank you. Green team on the right side of history. Right. Where are they all at? Where are they all at today? Tanya, subscriber day one here. Thank you. Revival. Happy to support you, even if not 48 months. And please make no mistake with what I'm saying. I appreciate all the support, whether it's been 2 days, 2 years, or 2 weeks. I appreciate all of it. The point being, Bernie wants to sit there and try to demonize everybody else as this, and this. You've lost so many people. And let's not forget that moderators are like the people closest to us, especially Brittany, whose whole world it revolves around YouTube. If she's not live streaming twice a day, she's on a mod call with these people all day long. The fact that you lose that many people that are supposed to be the closest to you, that's not even including subscribers or members. That's just moderators. That within itself speaks volumes. And people can look and see and recognize that. Thank you, Michigan Wifey. Lippy, I beat you, beat him. Proudest name is Granny. Kimmy, thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. Seriously, I appreciate it. Mystical, thank you. Be nice, try it. Always standing with you, Granny. You are a strong, smart, intelligent woman. I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it. Saudi girl, welcome. Thank you. Julie, 9 months. We had a YouTube baby. Proud of you, girl. Thank you, Julie. Listen, we're a few short days away from the gavel coming down. That's why this is all happening right now. Don't let these people trick you. This is all calculated. We all knew Brittany would be left holding a bag. You were their useful idiot. You were their propaganda dummy. We all knew it. You didn't want to listen. Now look at you. Crimson with the 19 months, not going anywhere. Thank you, Crimson. Niners girl with the 4 months. Thank you, my friends. Golden Feathers with the 14 and Cindy Kane with the 13. Lucky 13. It is my favorite number. Billy Sunday, you are a day one. Colleen's a day one. Kane S with the 20. Gifted. You guys are amazing. Stop it. We'll never get through this. Thank you. Thank you so much. We had a baby. I won't abandon our baby, Hartley. I'll let the whole internet know about them. I promise.
Every time something happens, people thinks that I run to Nick. I don't even talk.
Every time something happens, people thinks.
Every time something happens, people thinks that I run to
People thinks that I ran. Does this bitch have room to talk about anybody? People thinks that I run.
Nick. I don't even talk to Nick. I have no part in any of that. If there's something done legally, guess what? I don't even have a heads up. So
Granny was right. When Granny said the only time you know what's happening in your own litigation is when I hit go live, bitch. What should I charge her hourly? Some attorneys charge anywhere from $300-400 an hour. Oh, that's right. She's already paying me hourly. Sorry, forgot. Facts, truth only. Proud to be part of this community. You go, girl. Thank you. Angel of Chips been with you since the May Noodles panel. Oh shit. Why didn't Beach let Craig hear what Nick had to say? Because then she'd have to admit the truth, Humpty Dumpty. And then all the King's horsemen will not be able to put her back together again. I mean, come on. She's fried over there. She can't admit it. She's not sunny side up because she has a perpetual frown. I'm sure she's scrambling to figure out why the fuck Nick called her and cracked egg. Get him. See, I think Nick, you should have you realized it early on when you went live. You said, Granny, there's a way out for you. I'd shake your hand. We're both from Delco. I think you realized you fucked up, Nick. I think you knew at that moment you fucked up. We could have been friends, Nick. We could have saw pretend satellites together. Oh, wow. Gee golly.
I'm tired of being the one to take the hit every time something happens when I'm not even the one that's driving the car. I'm not even in the fucking.
I'm tired of taking the hit every time something happens. Well, I praise B, you're not the one driving the car because you like to drive recklessly, unbuckled, and swerving into the oncoming lane because you are too busy reading your YouTube chat. Craig's going to get a copyright lawyer.
Back seat, okay? I'm not. So if you want that's driving the car, I'm not even in the fucking back seat, okay?
No, you're in the trunk, bitch. You were just useful luggage to carry them into a courtroom. I don't know why you're acting like you don't recognize that. We stand up for Granny. Real recognizes real. Thank you, Janine. I'll tell you what else. Power recognizes power. I love that quote now. Love this community and stand with you. Thank you, just Tessa. Lazy Wolf, holy shit, to the finish line. You know, when I said Nick and Imaginary Satellites, I did think of Buzz Lightyear and Woody. Because I often, as cute as Toy Story is, I mean, Nick and Hong do remind me shape-wise of Buzz and Woody. And I was thinking that. To infinity and beyond. So it's funny you wrote to the finish line. But we are almost there, Lazy Wolf. Thank you. Crafting with Amy with the 13 months. And Winnie, welcome back. Migsy with the 34 months. Good morning, my friend. Migsy sent me the most amazing handmade Michael Myers earrings. And that was a few years ago, actually. Craig said again to Chris Proudfoot, he has the money to sue Chris. BJ muted him fast. You might have the money, Craig, to sue somebody, but you don't have the legal leg to stand on. But I sure hope you have the money to fight a lawsuit if Chris decides to sue you and your girlfriend.
Hey, I'm not. So if you want to take your anger and your malice out for somebody else, then go and take it out on.
If you want to take your anger and malice out for somebody else, like you did when you accused the community of operating a RICO,
somebody who has control. I don't. I'm not the one. I'm not the one that's sitting here making jokes about this shit. The green team for.
You're not. Wasn't it Brittany's moderator that, of course, left her since, like every other one, that handed out this litigation to the internet before I was even served? Wasn't it Brittany that said her there cocky and confident in herself when she filed this, thinking that she was going to put me in jail for 20 years? I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't at one point Brittany sit really high up on a pedestal laughing at what she did? Now, I know a year and a half later and all the motions and the gavel coming down has really knocked you down a full few pegs. But next week, I assure you, that stool will be all the way out from underneath you. Nah, you in the trunk, bitch. She is. She was useful luggage. That's it. That's all. She's dead weight at this point. They don't need her. They just got her standing there with their hands out because she's about to carry the bag. And I saw you comment, Ash, that they can't leave Brittany carrying the bag. You were wrong, Ash. You were so wrong about that because they are held liable jointly and severally, which means it is up to our discretion, which litigant we want to seek for what is owed. Okay. So yes, they can leave Brittany holding the bag. Matter of fact, she should have considered that before she went in litigation with them, knowing that Nick's already holding a $5.4 million or something around that number price lawsuit. But it was free, Coca. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted members.
For me was my channel. The green team for me was my fucking memberships because everybody lights up green. But you know what?
Because everybody lights up green. Can we take a moment to knock down BJ's lie? Brittany, you didn't start calling your team the green team until after you joined Sebastian Rogers' father, national spokesman, Nick and Hung and all of them. And then suddenly your members were the green team. Remember they were the gummy bears before that, Brittany? So do you want to stop lying to your people? You absolutely called them the green team because you were using Sebastian's army. We don't do that over here. We've been the MFers since day one. We don't have to use a missing child's name to try to get our support up in the chat. The day I ever have to name my community after a missing child to get a few extra dollars in my pocket, you're just such a despicable person. You are shameless. You absolutely called yourself the green team after joining the literal green team. It wasn't until you realized the green team dropped you on your ass a long time ago that you now want to sing a different tune. But we know. We've been here. We've seen it. Don't lie to us. She says she stands on it 10 toes down. She can't even stand for 10 seconds.
After today, that changes too. Memberships are no longer going to be called green team anymore.
Oh, no. I bet they're so offended. Who would want to be disassociated from you? You're such a professional person. I'm sure they're just, shaking in their boots at the idea of no longer having Brittany and her 5 active chatters support. Yikes. They're probably like, thank God the bitch stopped using us. Thank you so much. Good morning, lovely. Thank you. Welcome back. When he says, I never left, was the sick bucket holder on the bus. Brittany's in the trunk. I'm going to get myself in trouble today. Never mind. I vote for the name of BJ's members to be named the Mud Squad. How about the Roaches? The Roaches, they only come out in the dark. They only come out in the dark. I disagree, Tara. I've been around for a very long time, and Brittany had never called her members the green team until after she was part of the green team.
They're changing. I don't even want to be attached to that in any way, shape, or form. Brittany has little or anything to do with it. I don't know how I can stress it.
That was the mod Angela that wrote, Brittany has little, if nothing, but it's also the same mod that gave out all the information to let us know how much involvement Brittany actually did have. I disagree, though. It really wasn't. That's Mrs. Bishtio. I don't care what Nick says. Nick didn't even know of Brittany prior to Sebastian and Enrico, okay? So I'll tell you, those of us who've been around for years will tell you Brittany's memberships were never called the green team. They just weren't.
way, shape, or form. Brittany has little or anything to do with it. I don't know how I can stress it any more than I am right now when I say I have no part, zero, none, zero.
Do you think that we didn't know that, Brittany? Is Brittany thinking she's giving us breaking news by telling us? Thank you so much, awkward nerd. I had no part, zero. I don't even speak to Nick and Lasniak. Do you think like that's groundbreaking news for us? Do you think it wasn't evident and the ridiculous, stupid stuff you would say? Like when you said that the judge said the slap had no merit? You don't think we knew at that point you weren't speaking to an attorney? Who are you? Like, are you? Wow. Is anybody else shocked? I mean, good golly. What a dumbass thing to say. How stupid.
Zero. And I feel like as a person whose name is attached to something, I have every right to come out here and speak. I have sat back and I've taken the blame for everything. Something that I don't even have any input in at all.
Maybe that's the problem, Tits. Maybe instead of asking your audience for $10,000 to retain another attorney to attempt to throw more people into frivolous litigation, you should have sought your community's help at getting an attorney to figure out what fucking litigation you already threw yourself in. Do you think coming out here and saying that makes anybody impressed with you? Who the fuck would sign themselves into a RICO and not speak to the attorney for over a fucking year? Are we supposed to be like, wow, Brittany, you sure are the victim here? No, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Who the fuck signs himself into litigation and doesn't check in with the attorney? You're a bimbo is what you are. That's the nicest way to put it.
Yeah, obviously, there's a whole lot that I can't say, and I can say, okay, Angela, I have to talk to you. There's a whole lot that
Yeah, please talk to Angela in private because we are looking forward to what comes out in the next 6 months. Thank you.
I can say, and a whole lot. Well, let me fix that. There's a whole lot I can't say that I'm not going to say. And then there's some things that I am going to say because I feel like it's my right. I hope you're.
Oh, you have a right to speak? You don't say. Did she just say she has a right to free speech? Wow. Why is it always the people like Brittany that always want to say, I have a right to say what I want, that want to take away other people's rights? Right? You know what I'm saying here?
Okay. So I don't have a whole lot of time because I got about 2 hours before the place closes I got to go to. But
And you would be that asshole that walks in somewhere 5 minutes before closing. That would be you wobbling on in.
I just want to say this. Listen.
Because YouTube drama is more important than your real life. Get a fucking grasp.
I don't like when it feels like games are being played. I don't like when.
This was my favorite quote of it all.
I just want to say this. Listen, I don't like when it feels like games are being played. I don't like when me and my family have been subjected to some of the worst shit. Do I take accountability?
You subjected you and your family to whatever you and your family went through. You decide day after day to continue to subject you and your family to whatever it is you think. But go ahead, let's hear you take half-ass accountability. That has been a problem Brittany has had for literal years. The inability to take accountability. Correction is the issue. That is for sure. Standing strong with Granny. Thank you, Liberty Farmer.
For some of this? Absolutely.
What?
Me and my family have been subjected to some of the worst shit. Do I take accountability for some of this? Absolutely.
You should take accountability for all of it, bitch.
First of all, let me tell you something. I signed that fucking litigation.
Listen to how proud she is. I signed that litigation. Chair cracking behind you. I'd be mortified if every time I moved, my chair screamed out in pain. You did sign, didn't you? Matter of fact, you signed under perjury under the laws of the United States of America from Pennsylvania to Tennessee to New York to Florida. You didn't even bother to ask why. Why am I signing under all these different states? Huh. That's a good question that you didn't bother to ask an attorney. Oh, who remembers Brittany saying I had 2 attorneys look over this litigation and say I have very good standing? Put a 1 in the chat if you all remember Brittany claiming that she had others besides Lasniak look over this and tell her that, yes, Brittany, you will win. She also still thought up until I don't know when, probably today, that her part is separate from everybody else's. So why do you give a fuck if Nick offered me an out? Or was it the realization that they don't give a fuck about you? That's probably what it was. I guarantee Nick's going to sue Brittany. Next week, mama. P.I.
I signed it. Thank you so much, Jordan. And excuse my French. I signed it. Number 1, I got to be an adult and take responsibility for that. Number two,
I got to be an adult and take responsibility for that because that's what my moderators told me. My mods told me you got to be an adult, Brittany. I'm like, but I don't want to.
I have had drama with Granny, and I have defended myself. And
So it's just drama now, Brittany. It's not that I'm running a Rico. It's just drama. Now we're going to minimize it back to what it was, just drama. What about these? I have spent sleepless nights wondering if someone might actually believe those lies and come after me, or worse, my children. As a mother, there is no greater terror than the thought of your children being hurt because of lies and hate spread by strangers. This campaign of hate has also impacted me financially. Are you now admitting, Brittany, that you've been full of shit this entire time? Lady Luckin, thank you for hitting a thumbs up. Just like you admitted, 2 weeks ago, that nothing ever happened to your real life until you started arguing with Clue. But it was okay to put this under perjury, right? Penalty of perjury. You signed this. No big deal then when you're throwing Granny through the courts, right? No big deal then when you thought I was looking at 20 years in jail, right? Fuck off with your fake victimhood.
Responded, yes, I have. But if there is anybody walking this planet that thinks for 1 minute that the shit that I've been subjected to has not been as severe and drug out as long as it has, and that I would never have had the amount of people come for me, to have that many people in chat, the subscribers come for me with pitchforks and sticks and fucking torches. It all started when that shit happened.
It all started when what shit happened? Be a little clearer with your words, because according to your declaration, it all started with me. So when did it all really start, Brittany? Do you want to admit to the courts that you lied? Do you want to admit to the courts that you lied under penalty of perjury? When she started getting exposed? Sticks, pitchforks, torches, and sticks. But it was all good when she was sitting proudly in the chats of the Green Team members that were reading this off and making you all want to believe that I was operating a RICO and potentially going to jail, right? She sat in those chats licking up every bit of victimhood that landed her way with the idea that I was going to jail for 20 years. She started with Clue, she started with Queen, she started with Jay, she started with everybody, and then cried she's a victim. Hey, TK.
And I've been the sole receiver of it all.
You're the one actively going at everybody. Did she just fart? Hold on.
When that shit happened. And I've been the sole receiver of it all. And now I've been...
What the fuck was that? What was that? Like she was living her best life? She was just the other day, Chinny. She was. And I've been the sole receiver. Always groovy. Thank you so much. She's walked the soles off shoes she wasn't wearing. Wear your new shoes proudly. This has been an interesting social experiment to follow. It's been a very fucking expensive social experiment. I don't know what that was, guys, but I can
shit happen. And I've been the sole receiver of it all. And now I'm floundering.
That was definitely a fart. I'm sorry. That was a fart.
I'm just out here floundering.
I'm floundering. I'm all by myself. I'm floundering. All by myself. Don't wanna be. Nobody fucks with you, Brittany. They didn't fuck with you prior to this. They didn't fuck with you after this. You, again, were a useful fucking idiot. A dunce in the corner is what you were. A stupid mouthpiece. You were nothing more. I thought Nick is going to go after her. Then Simboy started crawling up Nick's butt. Simboy's only crawling up for his own benefit, though. He's not going to give a fuck what happens to Brittany. He proved it when he offered to go in on a deal with Nick to get me out of settlement. Oh, I'll pay. I'll pay for him to get travel first class. That right there proved they don't give a shit about her. And she realized it. That's why she's out here crying now.
And then now I'm seeing like offers, jokes, like shit. Oh my God. How is any?
Oh my God. This is the moment when Brittany realized this litigation was frivolous. Are you serious?
Nobody's supposed to take any of this serious. And
how was anybody supposed to take any of this serious when from the beginning you had 50 unnamed does and allegations that didn't even line up with the people you were fucking accusing? You had a bunch of counts in a civil case. You're now just realizing this is why people don't take it serious? This is also like the third time I've been offering it out, Brittany.
There's nothing I can do or say about it other than, hey, I'm not a part of it and I'm not going to be. Well, people just sit there and make a joke out of it. No, they do. Boston, absolutely, because of injunction, they say it. Yes, they say it out of their own mouth. Out of their own mouth. Profound narcissism. I'll let the chat, I'm going to let the subscribers, y'all figure it out. You guys help me come up with a name for the memberships.
Y'all figure it out. I heard they just figured it out last night. That's what I heard. I heard your chat just woke up last night to all the things that Nick really is.
Boston, I don't know if you're just getting here, but I haven't even talked to my mods. I'm not green team. I won't know.
Don't worry about talking to your mods. Talk to a fucking attorney, you idiot.
Part of green team. I want green team out of my channel name. I don't want anything to do with any of it. Like, I shouldn't even be lumped in with people that I don't even talk to or have anything to do with.
That was one of my favorite parts. I shouldn't be lumped into with people I don't have anything to do with or talk with. But it was quite okay to lump me into a lawsuit with a woman I never spoke with a day in my life and accuse me of running a RICO operation with her, right? It was okay to lump me in with people I never even heard of. People I still, do you know, these plaintiffs, I still don't know who some of them are. I'm being sued by nameless people, by faceless people. But she shouldn't be lumped in. You shouldn't be lumped in with the plaintiffs you decided to align yourself with. You lumped yourself in, Brittany. What the fuck you mean? You shouldn't be lumped in. You made that decision. Kim, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. It is insane. It's insane because she made the choice, right? Like, she decided to lump herself together with these people. And now she's saying I shouldn't be lumped in with? Are you fucking kidding me? Their dumbass chat thought Nick privated it when he didn't. The damn green on the screen does not say members only. It says fundraiser. You signed on, right? What do you mean you shouldn't be lumped in with them? With your plaintiffs?
Not a joke. It's not a joke.
It's not a
This
joke.
is our real lives.
Yeah.
Mama Bear.
That was your real life because you have the fear of what Nick's going to do to you.
I have to be very careful with my words. I have to be very, very cautious with what I say.
We knew that.
But I mean, I'll just state what happened today because it happened publicly. Nick,
why do you think you have to be cautious with what you say? You haven't even spoke to your attorney in over a year.
Nick went into Center's chat and he basically was like, I'll let Granny off tomorrow with a and pay her. I'll let Granny off tomorrow and I'll pay her if I can get BTM to come to PA to debate me in Center.
She's so angry she can't even get the sentence out.
What the fuck? We're in litigation.
What the fuck? We're in litigation. What the fuck?
If I can get BTM to come to PA to debate me in Center. What the fuck? We're in litigation, bro. We are in litigation. And you're going to sit there and say something like that. Juggling with all of us. Like, that's not cool.
Juggling with all of us. Thank you so much, Brandy J. Juggling with all of us. We're in litigation. You're going to say something like that. That's not cool. Juggling with all of us. You know what's funny? Brittany's not necessarily wrong about this. She's really not. What she's saying is actually very valid. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's not even an offer he's able to make. Right. The idea of me getting off is what pisses her off. But here's the thing. They're already going to pay me. We won. And unless by some miracle, appellate court decides otherwise, but nonetheless, they don't have the right. You don't have the right to just offer me and at that, think that I'm going to agree to that settlement. That's asinine. Why would I? Again, you're going to diminish what you accused me of to being able to be settled so long as somebody will debate you in person? It's incredible. Nick's shaky teeth is like Siren's bobblehead. Sarah, oh shit. I find myself curious what would happen should one of those 9 people put all this in the court record. She hasn't talked to Lasniak since months before trial. I think the judge might be interested. I don't know, Brianna. GW, did you get the clip from QB Live Review last weekend? Boston was pinned saying they had already been talking when they went to Brittany. Yeah, I heard about that, actually.
12 other parties.
All right.
Well, 14.
So here's Nick again, right? Nick thinks there's 12 other plaintiffs. 14. Nick doesn't even know how many plaintiffs there are.
12 other parties. Well, 14 if you count the defendants or.
Oh. Does anybody want to tell them? Thank you so much, Crafting with Amy. I mean, I'm no rocket scientist, and I didn't start this litigation, but I'm pretty sure there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plaintiffs. Who's the 12? I don't know.
6 is on.
I don't know what's going on here. Sorry. What is happening?
Now I'm Nick the Hat. I don't go live much, but here I am. I hope you guys have been well. Obviously, before we start anything tonight, I want to start with unity, because unity is not agreement. Unity is how we treat each other when.
All right. Chat GBT it up. All right.
We don't agree. It's the discipline to stay truthful, stay fair, and stay human, especially when emotions run high.
What? What? Is the ability to stay fair, stay unity, stay fair, stay human? Oh, right. Lasniak and Castor, they're also plaintiffs. I
Today
forgot.
was a little bit tense. There is active litigation between myself, Brittany, and about 12 other parties. Well, 14 if you count the defendants, or 64 if you count the others. It's pending. And because it's pending, I'm not here to try the case in public. I've actually condemned people that have done that for the past year, because it's.
Because why? Hold on.
Pending. And I'm not going to discuss, I've actually condemned people that have done that for the past year, because it's pending. And I'm not going to discuss legal communications, strategy, any of that. I'm going to keep.
Legal communication strategy. What's funny is you guys were confidently out here speaking about it until we've smacked your asses all over the courthouse. Right. This is just unbelievable. You can't try the case at all.
This grounded in what's already public and what I've directly observed. Here's the reality that forced this conversation into the open. For more than a year.
This guy is reading ChatGPT. I can't. This is so funny to me. Oh my gosh. Why does he look that way?
I've watched a recurring pattern.
He's reading right off the script. I can't with this. This is like when they used to send out packets to the green team. This is unbelievable to me.
Where issues that could be addressed privately and maturely, they don't happen like that, right? They don't stay private. They start in private channels, albeit Discord, iMessage, and then get taken public.
By your people, bro. Your people brought this all public. What do you mean?
And amplified on YouTube. Once it's public, it creates a cycle. More speculation, more accusations, more people dragged in, and less.
Now, wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Nick the one that was in the chats as they were reading all of this before I was even served, making comments like, we've never gone to court with defendants that didn't end up in cuffs by the third hearing? Making comments like he was just deputized, so he'll arrest first and ask questions later? Wasn't he the one running all those chats, hyping these people up to read all of these things when they thought they were going to win? Yes. Okay. I'm making sure I'm not, these people can gaslight the fuck out of you. I'll tell you that.
Room for any resolution. So tonight, the goal is not to inflame at all. That's why there's no chat. I have that shut down. We're not going to have a chat. There's no need for it. The goal is to.
This is the most attention Nick's gotten in a long time, guys. I'm just saying. This is all, I don't know, maybe it's a plan.
De-escalate while holding the line.
De-escalate.
We will deal in verifiable facts and public record.
Verifiable facts.
Harassment. We're not going to do doxing. We're not going to stoop to their level. We're not going to do threats.
And you were the first person to dox people and threaten them, Nick. I don't understand. I'm all right. I shouldn't even play this because I can't.
We're not going to turn the legal process into entertainment. We're not.
Oh, yes,
tonight,
we are.
Funds that are raised, it goes directly to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, directly. So there's no profit at all coming our way. These moments compel us to rely on one another. However, at times like this, guys, when hope seems lost and despair sets in, something extraordinary always emerges.
Oh my God. Does anybody believe what this guy's saying right now? Oh my goodness.
It's the American spirit of courage, generosity, unity, and profound love for each other.
The American spirit? Oh, I just can't.
To be a true crime community. And that's precisely what I'm requesting tonight. And the only reason we're doing this on a live platform is because earlier there was a live about me by an individual that obviously is in the title. So I guess let's cut straight into it. I'm going to cover about 10 points from that individual's live, Brittany Jackson's, just so I can make sure the record is straight.
Yeah, set the record straight, Nick. Do it.
Again, it's been over a year. And I want to say there were maybe 24 attempts, multi-hour attempts to de-escalate the situation with Brittany and how she handles litigation, stress, and I guess drama, if you'll call it that, which is drama is when people get dramatic, like the Kardashians are drama.
Drama. This guy's like a robot or something.
A lot of the hate channels and a lot of the stuff that even Brittany, that you're partaking in, is criminal. That's what it comes down to.
Damn, Brittany, you're partaking in criminal activities. Counts, if you will. You're a criminal now, Brittany. Your own complaints have called you a criminal. Nick, I actually agree with you here.
It crosses that line.
It does.
And by continuing to discuss a situation that is bringing you such harm.
Is this how the whole stream went? Like, I'm really considering that. Okay.
It doesn't help it, right? Because every time you go live, it adds another 6 months. So here we are, a year and a half in, and here are...
Every time Brittany goes live, it adds another 6 months. That, Michelle, thank you so much. How heavy is that bag BJ is left holding? It's pretty damn heavy, girl. Oh, it was this way.
Okay.
Okay.
The allegations that were brought up earlier, this was kind of not expected. I usually like to plan stuff before we go live. My camp was going to
his camp
reach out to Miss Jackson before she went live. Well, I didn't know she went live. We were going to reach out and ask if she wanted to go live together and discuss whatever she wanted to get off her mind, because it was our understanding that she's not very happy that I said that if B. Tim, the guy that harasses the families of the missing and the vulnerable, were to finally unmask himself, come to Pennsylvania, but I pay Granny's legal fees. Okay, she can pursue whatever legal action she wants, but at least they'd be there. Oh, that's no judge is going to say, hey, keep the money. We don't want it. They're going to take it.
No judge. Does he think that's the judge's ruling? That the judge gets to say, yeah, take his money? The judge would have nothing to do with it. This is where this guy concerns me, right? Because I wish I could have a regular conversation with Nick, but I don't think he's capable. Because he spews out a lot of shit that's nonsensical. And this idea that, like, I mean, how insulting is it to even say that if B. Tim agrees to an in-person debate, he'll settle me out? And you guys believe this guy has the money to just pay out my attorney fees?
So it'll be added to it.
And if you do, then go ahead and pay out the judgment you already have against you.
That's not something that should have been taken in the context that you took it in. And since you like to address stuff publicly, and this is really...
LK, welcome back. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Doing it because we tried phone calls, we tried FaceTimes, we tried private discussions, we've tried everything under the sun. I mean, everything but Dr. Phil, and it didn't work. It didn't work. So we're going to have to stoop to the level of fact checking this green team, which is Miss Jackson, because that term is also something that came with her. As far as one of the claims I heard is that somebody approached her. We didn't know who she was. She actually disparaged me before we even got involved. So
It's funny that you remember that, Nick. It's funny that you remember that Brittany disparaged the fuck out of you before you got involved and after you were involved.
I had no desire to work with Miss Jackson.
Oh.
And she said that I recruited her. She came to us.
Mm.
The victim of concern for Miss Singh is not Miss Jackson. It's a veteran. It's Miss Valenti. It's a resident of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Oh, it is? It's excuse me. Julia Valenti is the victim of mine. Is it? The woman that emailed me constantly, sent me weird conspiracies about Seth Rogers and the things he was saying. This is the woman that's the victim of mine that tried to delete her email after I brought to light her thanking me for everything I've done for her. The one that came on my panel and cried on Mother's Day. That's the victim of mine. Okay. Jules Valenti is the victim of mine. Okay. The one whose cause of actions were on behalf of her mother in one count, which gives her no stand-in whatsoever. That Julie Valenti. This Julie Valenti, let me make sure I got this right. I was briefly listening to this. This is September 5th. Does anybody remember what date she signed in a litigation? I was briefly listening to you this morning. I consider saying something in your chat, but I have to head out to York County for a contraband narcotics search with K9 Gator. And since I don't live in Montgomery County anymore, it's a bit more of a drive and I can't be late. I heard you say in your live stream when you're asked to keep things confidential, you honor it. I'd really appreciate you not reading off this email word by word, since I'm going to tell you a few really personal things in this email that the public doesn't need to know. But I'm fine with you stating the overall picture, if that makes sense. Hey, this Julie Nick, the one who says, I want to firmly state I have absolutely nothing to do with At Night or One Media or whatever the heck Nick's company is. I have no plans to come back to Tennessee unless specifically asked by TBI for whatever reason they need. The only reason I know Nick is the same as you, from Danilo Cavalcante case. I never even met him in person when I was out there with K9 Gator. We just knew he was one of the few live streamers that was reporting on the case, which was totally fine for him to be doing. And I told him in the past if he needs K9 help since he's in PA. I was available to help. My military career, family life, and my K9 handler career mean so much to me. And I know that you can understand, especially the family side. I would never, ever align myself with anyone who wants to drug individuals with truth serum or whatever else they say they do. That's beyond messed up. Also, none of my books are affiliated with whatever organization that is either. This Julie that sent me this on September 5th. This is her. The one that says she would never associate with you. Let's get down here. I won't deny this. My family, Jess, I won't deny this. My family, especially my mother, has been having an incredibly hard time with all of this. And it's called brief relationship issues with Ray and I. If I ever run into Ray at a local event, I'm taking him. People have called my unit, my private K9 security clients, and are going full on real life. And it's been very difficult at times, and I try to be strong, but it's getting hurtful. People are running with these rumors and theories about me. And yes, in the beginning, I did disclose way too much to too many people, but I'm trying to be better. And I know I have been and will continue to be. This is the same woman who emailed me all of this and then 10 days later blamed me for all of this. You know why she blamed me for all of this? Because I didn't fucking coddle her feelings like I did every time before. Because I left the bitch on red. Okay? After I exposed all of this in her email, she tried to hurry up and change her email. But I got proof that this email was attached to her YouTube. Absolute proof that this was her email and that this came from her. So if you really think Julie's a victim of mine, but yet emailed me to tell me how bad the internet's been to her, and that she knows I'll be confidential and that she would never fuck with Nick, please, please. Again, September 5th, 2024 at 10:56 a.m. is when I received that email.
Somebody who resides here in our Commonwealth. That's the victim in chief. That's why Miss Sang
I guess that's who I'll pursue. I mean, thanks for telling me, Nick.
is in this. It's not so much to do with Brittany, and that's on Brittany and the attorneys, and I won't get into that. But let's get into the point.
That was brilliant, Colleen, because I knew immediately. I was on a Discord, I was on a StreamYard call with somebody, and I said, look, this email's listed on her YouTube. And I screen recorded it. And as soon as I as soon as I screen recorded it, she changed the email on her YouTube. But thank God I got the proof of it. Yeah, I'll drop the link.
That were brought up. So the first one is, I'm going to quote right from the live.
Chief, victim in chief. Right,
I'm
Chico, because the gavel's
accused of
coming.
every time something happens, people think that I run to Nick. If there's something done legally, guess what? I don't have a heads up. That's false.
Guess what? I am your heads up. You should thank me. The only reason you know what's going on in your litigation is because I go live. That was smart of me, Cinda. Thank you.
The amount of heads up everybody gets, and it's funny how you're hearing this from one person out of nearly over a dozen people.
Nick doesn't even know how many plaintiffs there are. A dozen? Yeah, she was talking about Jay in this. Absolutely, she was. Because the Snow Falls video and blah, 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 blah. Yep, she was.
When you sleep in until 5 p.m. and your hours of operation for phone calls are 30 minutes, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's on.
Damn, if your own co-plaintiff believes that you were sleeping until 5 p.m. and you have 2 minor children in the house, maybe they're the ones that were calling CPS, Brittany. I don't know. Maybe. Who were you talking with when she deleted the email? I wonder if that person gave Julia a heads up. No, she heard me say it. I said it out loud.
You. That's one of.
I'll be honest. I said it out loud so that she would change it, and she changed it right before our eyes. I set that up because I'm not as stupid as Nick's co-plaintiffs are.
Points. Never had a problem from anybody else. I don't think the attorneys had any issues from anybody else as far as.
I also want to note, he keeps saying attorneys. Nick, you do realize it is improper practice to have attorneys working on litigation, but not recognized by the courts. So the fact that you keep saying attorneys is also very interesting. And I, again, want to thank you for this live stream, Nick. Thank you, True Crime and Chaos. I really appreciate that. Right, these two us can't be both.
Not getting stuff. You have to sign everything.
First off, Julie wouldn't even get the fucking say. I get the say. You don't get to say, like, I'm offering a settlement if Julie agrees. No, if I fucking agree. You're not into control.
So you're not hit by surprise. The lawyers usually send it to us, 2 days in advance?
Lawyers.
So 3, 4, it sits in your inbox and people have to, call you. That's on you. And, 14 people have to call you. So the next.
Now there's 14 plaintiffs. Big Girl for Life, thank you. Oh, he's loving it right now. Okay.
Fact check, I guess, in the live from earlier. Let's see. Nick is being direct. So the allegation, Nick is being directed by Brittany to take legal retaliatory action against Granny.
Wow, thank you so much, KP. Mac, the only YouTube membership I've ever paid for. Wow, that is seriously so sweet. Thank you so much. All right.
By Brittany to take legal retaliatory action against Granny.
No. Brittany ran to Nick.
And then you
Come on.
got people over there.
It is obvious that Brittany ran to Nick because I wasn't on their radar. I was not. I don't care what you say, Nick, Julie, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. I know without a doubt that Brittany put me on your radar. We know it. That's why you were offering me out before you even served me with the litigation, because you knew I didn't belong in it. And instead of just being a man and admitting that and apologizing for what you did, you do all this word spinning shit. It's really weird.
They're like, oh, well, she ran over to Nick. She ran to Nick and she
Mhm.
told him, Granny's talking about me. Go do this.
Yep.
Again, demonstrably false.
Is this on slow mode or is this guy just slow? Like, I'm honestly asking because it's kind of creeping me out. Like, you do give me chills, Nick. You give me chills. I'm not even kidding. Like, I feel skeeved. I hate that I feel this way, but it really is like rubbing me off. I don't like it. Oh,
A lot of this stuff, there's a paper trail. There's a huge paper trail. Again, another falsity. Let's go to the next. Nick has been communicating with Miss Singh. I don't know where
no.
she comes up with this stuff.
Did Brittany really say that I've been communicating with Nick? Who remembers that Brittany ran to Nick out of fear that I was going to have Nick on my panel? Do you recognize that, Nick? Do you even know that? That this whole thing happened because Brittany was afraid that you would come on panel with me? And God forbid we came together despite opposing opinions on what happened to Sebastian and had an adult discussion? All of this because she was afraid Nick would come on my panel.
My question is, has Nick been talking with Granny?
No.
Why would you propose something if she wasn't?
Oh, she's an idiot.
Why would you inject yourself when it didn't have anything to do with you specifically? Now, you've been addressing
Oh, yeah. Why would you inject yourself like you did in a fucking RICO filing, Brittany? Good point, Nick.
the internet, I know, since day one, and apparently it's getting the clicks that you need, and it gets you do what you have to do. But if you want fact checks, you're going to get them. You can't come against people when we're coming together and then you're the one that's ripping people apart. And
Oh, again, Nick, this all started because she thought I'd have you on panel. We could have came together for Sebastian. Can you guys imagine what amazing things could have happened a year and a half ago? Instead of these guys accusing me of operating a RICO, they came and had an open adult discussion. Can you fucking fathom how much different Sebastian's case would be? Unbelievable.
there's a reason why you can't have more than what's the longest turnaround you have for your moderators that all turn out to be, my God, name one that's still around from September 3rd or 4th or 5th or whatever dates the team got involved, or October.
She
Do
doesn't
you
have
have
any.
one that hasn't flipped and come back? They don't count. I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't count,
So
Angela.
next is
This is like the receipts
vulgar.
and
So
shit.
it's what the F. We're
I thought this was coming with, I thought he said this is going to be like timelines, receipts, proof. Like, this is just people speaking.
in litigation, bro. We are in litigation, and you are going to sit there and say something like that. Again, we've been telling you this since day one, and what I said is not a problem. I'm offering to pay Ms. Singh's fees if B-Tim steps up to the plate, comes to Pennsylvania. We'll do it so the Four Seasons actually has a good deal on the conference room, and I can
The
get
Four Seasons has a good deal on the conference room.
that done, and we can fit 50 people, and it'll be free to people that aren't going to come in and be disrespectful. There's not going to be any fights. We'll have the Four Seasons security in the room and the Philadelphia police to protect. Nobody.
This guy lives in a delusional world, man. I mean, he's fantasized about this debate. He's got it all planned out. He thinks it's just going to happen. This is fucking weird. And honestly, it really is weird.
He's going to hit anybody. I saw a rumor flying around. But if he decides to do that within the next 72 hours, gives us an okay, we have the lawyers and probably somebody, if you are in New York, Mr. B. Tim, will have
Lawyers.
a New York attorney execute that deal. And you, at the end of the day,
I mean, he really thinks he's in control here. We'll have a New York attorney execute this deal on behalf of the woman I'm in active litigation with? The fuck makes you think you have this power to make this call, Nick? That's the one thing I will say. Brittany's right about that. He doesn't have this power. It is a mockery. So now I'm no longer interfering in the investigation of Sebastian if B. Tim agrees to debate you. Like, goodness, this is a fucking joke. I feel like I'm being. I don't even fucking know, man. I can't believe this. Thank you, Caffeinated Duchess. I really can't believe this.
Hey, whether it's, you guys can call it fake, it's not. She'll get at least what was petitioned for already.
You do know, Nick. You probably don't because you obviously don't ever look at the docket. But I never petitioned yet. I never put in my attorney fees yet, Nick.
Next is, and whatever else has led up to this point, up until today, to
Like-
get her out. That's up to you, B. Tim.
Like Nick has that money and it's up to beat him. I can't fucking believe this.
And that's not a problem, Brittany. That's not a problem at all.
No, it is. It is.
Next,
You can gaslight her, but
Nick
you won't
is
get.
juggling people. Okay.
I can ask my lawyer if I can tell you all what he has to say about this.
The transcript is juggling with all of us. That's not cool. Playing around with everybody. Another falsity. This is one person out of over a dozen that believes this. This is one.
Nick, there's only 10 plaintiffs, Nick. Lasniak and Castor do not count. There's only 10.
Person that doesn't seem to comprehend. Stop talking about parties in the case. I mean, we're on the same party, so I guess it is.
How do I feel about Jay being chummy with Nick? I think Nick is good at fooling people into forgetting who and what Nick is at his core. I think that Jay is smart enough to remember who and what Nick is at his core. I think it's easy to get caught up in your dislike of others and find a common, I don't know, like the enemy of your enemy is my friend type of thing. But I hope at the end of the day that Jay remembers exactly who and what this guy is and not only protects herself, but her people from him. He's not, he's good at making you feel like he's a decent person, but he's not. So I have faith that Jay is aware and will be, you know.
Whatever it is, whatever party you want to label it. Next is the allegation of.
Thank you, is me pretty in pink.
And I've had people, oh, well, he's trolling. Okay, trolling or not, you don't play with stuff like that. And then you want to come out here and joke around. Now, I don't know if she's more outraged that this may be diverted from her drama channel or if it was going to leave.
Yeah, I don't think saying to somebody like, yeah, I'll do a stream with you or whatever makes them chummy. I think people have been trying to push this narrative for a long time that Jay is in with the green team. And I know she's not. Like, she wasn't. She's not. I feel like there are a lot of people trying to push things into existence, and I'm not really down with it. Okay, and I was friendly with them too, though, Electro. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean anything. I don't think she is. Sorry.
To a resolution in the case. I don't know which one, because I know that if the case gets resolved, she's not going to have much content. And I know Granny definitely wants the case resolved, I think. Content. I don't know drama channel or if it was going to lead to a resolution in the case. I don't know which one, because I know that if the case gets resolved, she's not going to have much content. And I know Granny definitely wants the case resolved, I think, as far as near as I can tell.
I resolved the case, Nick. When I smacked you down with the slap suit, it was granted. And I mean, I don't need to settle to resolve. If I was ever going to consider settling, it would have had to be in the early stages. You didn't just drag me through a year and a half of this type of fuckery and bullshit and literally ruin the awareness for a missing child to turn around and say it could be summed up as some stranger to me. And again, I know beats him through the internet. but I don't know him, if he's willing to meet you and have a debate with you. I mean, it honestly is so fucking insulting. It's so fucking insulting.
And again, Valenti has that call because she's the victim with Granny. Not getting into that. Next is a direct quote. I don't know how he would wield that kind of power. It's the fact that he's playing around with it. I don't know what power you're talking about, Brittany. Every plaintiff has the same phone number and the same email for the same attorneys. You have called said attorney. I'll leave it at that. And as far as you not being able to get a hold of him, that's another falsity. Nobody's going to.
I guarantee Bernie has not tried hard to reach out to Lesniak, and I guarantee they have not tried hard to reach out to her. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this has been Brittany has always lived with, if she doesn't acknowledge it, doesn't exist. Hell, Brittany said if she doesn't respond to litigation in PA, she's not giving them jurisdiction. That's the way this girl thinks. Okay. So it's all stupid. It's all very fucking stupid. It's delusional by these people. I disagree, Crime Junkie. I just disagree. I think it's easier for people to use the friendship and relationship I had with Jay as a tool, more than they actually care. So they're nothing will change the fact that this was frivolous litigation. That's just that. Nothing will change it. If Jay wants to go hang out and be friendly with them, that's up to Jay with what she does. I know that deep down, Jay knows who and what these people are, and I have faith that she won't forget that. If people feel differently, you feel differently. I'm not going to be forced into going at Jay or da-da-da because people want me to. I genuinely cared about her, and I believe she genuinely cared about me. And I don't live my life through YouTube drama 24/7. I don't have to come on here and berate somebody or go along with the masses because people expect me to. It sucks what happened. I hate what happened. I wish it never happened. But it is what it is at this point. Nothing can change it. The strength, poise, and intelligence you've shown through all this has inspired many. Keep it up. You got this till the end. Thank you, Bex. It's just crazy, psyops. I'm actually tired of it, to be honest. Aaron reached out to her. She gave them all her rights and her signature. Exactly.
Answer the phone at 2:00 in the morning. Normal business. And as far as you not being able to get a hold of him, that's another falsity. Nobody's going to answer the phone at 2:00.
She didn't betray my trust, though, truth and karma. I respectfully disagree. I think she made a quick decision, not thinking. I don't think she thought, if I say this, I'm betraying Granny's trust. I don't think that's the way it went down at all. But listen, if that's how you guys feel, it's how you feel. I don't think it's the way it went.
2:00 in the morning. Normal business hours would be helpful for anything in this situation like this. Nick could get Granny out of this tomorrow. I'm not even mad thinking that Nick would get Granny out of this tomorrow. It was a rather good offer. And if you keep prolonging it with your lives twice a day for...
It was not a good offer. The Hatter's Madness, thank you. I do appreciate everybody's concern and everything. I really do.
A rather good offer.
It was a rather good offer.
If you keep prolonging it with your lives twice a day for over a year, I think
he's talking about Brittany. Brittany goes live twice a day, every day, poking, and crying victim. That's what he's calling out right now. And he's absolutely right about that. Yeah, she was absolutely upset that he made that offer to me. Playing with someone's livelihood over a debate, making him nauseous, shame on him. Not only that, but again, the awareness of a missing child, right? GG is right here. Give me 1 second.
We can end that because it's a source of revenue for you and a pain in the ass for us. Next. After the injunction first started, there was a clone Dolly account that said something in the chat. He commented and said, Dolly, you have 30 minutes to apologize or you'll be added to the injunction. So that, I never heard of that. I did have a little dispute with Dolly.
Yeah, that literally happened. It was not a misunderstanding. It literally happened. And Dolly did a whole fundraiser for freedom of speech because Nick said he was going to throw him into the litigation. And that absolutely did happen.
It turned out it was a misquote that somebody had given. Not Mr. Rogers or anybody. It was some random troll that sent it over. Well, it turned out to be a troll. And I had a negative opinion about Dolly at the time because of that misquote. But then I realized that I was wrong and I told him that. So again, Brittany, this is about unity. I don't know what community of true. If you want to do Jerry Springer of YouTube, that's fine. But
Jerry Springer of YouTube. I don't know, Mia. There was a lot that was happening that many people don't know about. It is what it is. It's just sad it happened. Not Mr. Rogers, but a random troll. Yeah, right. Not Mr. Rogers, but a random troll. So if you want to do Jerry Springer of YouTube, that's fine. Well, I want to know, Nick, why you guys would associate yourself, especially the father of a missing child and his national spokesman, to having a channel that is a Jerry Springer version of YouTube as part of your team. Why would you even want to associate with that?
That's what you call it. That's not a true crime community. You're giving that a very weird name when you say this is a true crime community. We're going to talk about John Doe. But first, let me tell you what happened to me in the past 12 hours. I spoke about this person. They had the audacity to go live and refute what I said.
Wow. So Nick sees it, right? I mean, you see it. Okay. Making sure. Hey, it's pretty impressive. But yet you still put her asinine, literally dumb, ChatGPT written declarations into your lawsuit so you can get your claws into me. Okay.
Now I'm going to refute what they said and add another thing on top of it. The next day, the same thing happens. And then you want to.
Can we take a moment to acknowledge, though, that at very minimum, regardless of who he's repeating or whatever it may be, he is acknowledging that Brittany is the one that starts all of it. Your own co-plaintiff is acknowledging here that you're the one that starts all of it, Brittany. I love that. I love that for you.
You one-up it. It has to really either get boring or it's making you that much money. I mean, whatever it is, it's not true crime and it's not a community of any sort. It's really not.
Yeah, it's not. You thought that by getting in bed with Brittany, you were going to get a community? Ooh, yikes.
It's almost...
She abandoned her own kids, Nick. You thought she wouldn't abandon you?
So I have a... All right, here's a funny story. Ellen DeGeneres, she's a friend of mine and she got accused...
Holy shit, I just... I just spit my drink all over. Ellen DeGeneres is a friend of his. Why didn't you guys warn me that was gonna fucking happen? Oh my god, that's what I get for blind reacting. This shit's all over my phone. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Ellen DeGeneres is a friend of mine. Oh
Excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. Oh, gee golly. I could have used the heads up at that point. Oh my God, I thought I was going to choke on that. Shit. So sorry. Oh. Excuse me. Sherry with the 17 months. Thank you, my friend. Whew. Ellen is a friend of his. Oh, bless it. I'm so mad you guys didn't give me a heads up that was coming because she was looking at me. I should charge you for what it just cost me to spit that out. Holy shit.
So I have a. All right, here's a funny story. Ellen DeGeneres, she's a friend of mine, and she got accused of the wildest stuff on set. A lot of it, which was not true. Your show makes Ellen's, if all of the allegations were true and you had some wild soldiers on set at the Ellen show, let's say they were wild.
Can somebody even tell me how this comparison even compares? It doesn't. He just wants to try to flex that he's friends with Ellen DeGeneres. You think Ellen has any idea who this man is? I mean, come on. This is the same guy that says that he was literally, oh my, holy shit. Pick me. Thank you so much. Ellen is also a friend of mine. I think we all thought Ellen was our friends when she came on at 10 a.m. Bless his heart. Gee golly. Kinsey, thank you. Well, I am friends of McGruff the crime dog. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. There's not even a comparison here. He just wants to claim that he's friends with Ellen. There's no comparison. I don't even know what he's trying to get at. This is hysterical.
You top it. You have more walkouts for your team than the entire community.
That's a great question. Well, Ellen moderated the big debate with B. Tim, and Ellen is the key to finding Sebastian Rogers. Why didn't Ellen put out a tweet about Sebastian or anything? Check out his name on the screen behind him. Someone pointed out last night he used similar font that Ellen did on her show. Yeah, you're right. He did. Nick the Head is written very much like Ellen's. This is so bizarre. Yeah, help Granny meet Ellen. Holy shit. This is serious. Jesse Raphael sends me Christmas cards. Cookies at Christmas.
Education Workers of America combined in Los Angeles and New York.
Oh,
your turnaround rate on moderators is like McDonald's flipping at the burgers.
Yeah,
Your
that's
confidants turn on you left and right, and then you bring them back when
That's-
they run out of content so they can get more.
That's true. Thank you, Nick, for calling out how pathetic she is for bringing back Angela. Spill tea. He inherited her outfits too. Oh my gosh, he does look a little bit like her. Nick was so happy he came in and left a skunk glove. He was proud of himself that day, Cambry. Very proud.
Either
Buddy.
you're very naive, and I don't think that's true after knowing you. I don't
He just may be, Wah, and I would feel bad for you. So please don't tell me that, my friend. She said, and dog is my dad.
think that's true at all. Or you are very calculated.
Oh, wait, what?
Knowing either you're very naive, and I don't think that's true after knowing you. I don't think that's true at all. Or you are very calculated. That's what it comes down to.
That is what it comes down to, and I'm glad you recognized it. She's very calculated. You know what I find hysterical? Look at his earpiece he's wearing. This guy went out of his way to buy an earpiece that resembles what the Secret Service wears. Yes, I want to meet and greet with Ellen as part of my punitive, damn it. I don't know, Pilo. I don't know what he did with it.
There is a strategy behind it, or there isn't. But nevertheless,
Here's the thing, Nick. Speaking of somebody who has known Brittany for many, many unfortunate years, she is very calculated, but she's also very stupid, right? So there is this naivety that comes with her, but it's stupidity. She does a great job at persuading the audience to believe she's really, really stupid and unknowing and all that, but she's actually very calculated. The problem is she doesn't think very far into the future. So that's what it really comes down to.
next topic.
So it always
Please.
fails.
When something else happens, when there's a new filing, guess what?
What?
Brittany went to Nick and she calls this. Brittany went to Nick.
Nobody believes that Brittany goes to Nick and tells Nick what to file. Nobody at all has ever said that. Put a 1 in the chat if you've never thought that. Put a 2 if you thought, yeah, Brittany's the one telling Nick what to file. I don't think any of us have ever questioned that Brittany is not very much aware of what's happened in this litigation. Matter of fact, we have proclaimed with great confidence that we know Brittany's not aware of what's happening. And the only way she finds out is if I go live about it. Lots of ones in the chat. We're not, nobody thinks that. So I don't know why they're even pretending anybody thinks that. Brittany really thinks that the judge ruled there was no merit on our slap. She still won't even acknowledge that we won the slap. Matter of fact, she also said that the slap ruling reads like a dismissal. It is a dismissal. And nobody thinks this girl's running anything with litigation. Nobody. I don't even think she could spell the word litigation. Have any of the other 200 plus X mods gone back for round 2 of Support and Beach? Just trying to remember. Well, just like Loon and Angela, the same ones that won a few clicks and likes on their, just like Nick called it as. He knows. Nick, you should see what that woman says about you in private. You might have litigation against her. Actual defamation.
And she's making it worse. Brittany, so she's quoting herself. Brittany's doing all this. What? Hold on, let me read that slower.
Yeah, we don't understand it either. Read it slower.
Huh? I don't get that one.
No, I don't get it either. I don't get how you go so long without blinking. Oh.
Now,
Now.
let me
Meow.
make sure I get a few things.
I think that was funny.
Now,
What was that? Meow.
let's see. Now,
Why did him and Han talk like their balls never dropped? My cat makes those noises when he wants to go outside.
let me make sure I get a few things clear. I don't speak for any of the other parties.
I
This
gotta
is
do
an-
it one more time.
Let me make sure I get a few things clear.
Hold on. One more.
Now, let me make sure I get a few things clear. I don't speak for any of the other parties. This
Hey,
is me,
Steven.
myself, and apparently Miss Brittany Jackson that did a live earlier.
No, y'all tried to choke me. Not telling you about the Ellen. I can't. We got the Ellen, then we got the meow. I can't.
About me. Nothing to do with the other parties or the other plaintiffs, nor the defendants, trust me.
He doesn't hear
Um,
himself.
But there are clear disagreements about approach and nothing to do with the other parties or the other plaintiffs, nor the defendants, trust me.
Yeah, of course, that has nothing to do with us. What do you mean? Nor the defendants. Trust me. That's the only thing you should trust out of everything he said is that, yes, we have absolutely nothing to do with whatever this guy's up to this weekend, seeking attention. I'm convinced this is all to distract from what's going to come down next week. I don't know.
But there are clear disagreements about approach and tone.
Oh.
There's tension among the parties, largely driven by how the dispute is being handled publicly.
What? You're right, Tattoo. She couldn't find her calculator. Hold on. I got to hear this again. There's nor the defendants, trust me, but
There are clear disagreements about approach and
about
tone.
approach and
There's
tone.
tension among the parties, largely driven by how the dispute is being handled publicly.
Because you guys aren't handling it. You're in the words of Brittany, floundering. You lost. I just don't get it.
Because a lot of it is ending up in the court of public opinion on YouTube by one plaintiff and others. As far as
Meow.
near as I can tell, in my view, repeating public posting escalates the conflict, increases friction around the case, and just makes it a pain in the ass for everybody. It's been a year. Public
Now that I can agree with. The fact that you guys are on like a Twitter pat over there, like fingering away at the keyboard, running your mouse, it's very aggravating. I do agree with that.
commentary tends to create more disputes to argue about, even if it doesn't cause filings in itself. It's exhausting. Everybody, well, I guess not everybody's tired of it because you have viewers that are fueling it. But
Viewers that
it's
are feeling
tiring.
it.
It adds noise and it makes it harder to reach a resolution.
You never fucking approached for a resolution ever. The only time you've ever mentioned resolution is when you're talking to the audience on YouTube. This guy's just full of crap.
a resolution. I feel like I'm negotiating between Syria and Iran and all this stuff. Like the
You feel like you're negotiating between Syria and Iran? There's never been any fucking negotiation. What is this guy even talking about? First off, you've never approached me, for a negotiation. I never received a cease and desist, nor would I ever. The way you speak reminds me very much that you are the scrivener of this entire filing because you speak as if you are. You're not the lawyer. You shouldn't be negotiating anything between anybody. You're not the lawyer. But in his world, he is the lawyer, right? I mean, it's just, he thinks he's so fucking important. He thinks he has the ability to do anything. He doesn't. You don't have the upper hand here, Nick. You haven't ever had the upper hand.
Venezuelans, before we got Maduro, I'm over here trying to conduct peace in the Middle East with, oh boy.
With who, you fucking weirdo? With who? Who's he trying to conduct peace? What is he talking about? This is a guy who sits all day watching CNN News and then acts like he's part of the fucking people. Like, I don't understand you. Nothing to resolve, right? Right, we got Maduro. That's what I mean. He really thinks he's like part of this club of people that don't even know he exists. This guy just said he's good friends with Ellen. For fuck's sake, you think Ellen knows this guy exists?
But again, guys, multiple people have reached out encouraging her to stop, to step back and de-escalate.
I believe that.
The only reason I'm on YouTube doing it is because maybe this is the language that works in creator
This is wild.
lingo or true crime lingo. Now, it's not true crime. I don't want to disgrace true crime. And at this point, that channel is a disgrace to the name True Crime. It's a hit for I'll give you that. Beautiful channel for drama. And I'm not trying to undermine her talent. She has a great ability to get an audience, but it's the topics and the talking.
She has a great ability to get an audience. Her chat moves slower than a fucking ant farm. What do you mean, great ability to get an audience?
Points that aren't clicking right. Those talking points consist of division.
Those talking points consist of snoring. The fuck are you watching?
It consists of literally dividing after unity. It's a little bit interesting.
How are you saying that Brittany's
there have
how's he I'm sorry. You guys may not like what I'm about to say right now, but Brittany, you are being gaslit like a motherfucker. How is Brittany causing division after unity when there was never any unity? What is he even talking about? He is literally passing all the buck on to Brittany and acting like she's the one who's done everything. It's unbelievable. I mean, honestly. I don't know. He's in a protected class. I'm sure he is. Yeah, you may be right. I don't know. Time will tell.
Repeated efforts to get everyone to disengage from online drama and focus on other stuff, cases, and if you here's
now remember, this is a guy who just went to a drama chat box and offered a ridiculous offer of a live debate with a man he doesn't fucking know, that he simply wants to dox, but he's going to position it like he's looking for unity and actual discussions. Who believes that this was ever his intent?
An exclusive. I offered you, Brittany, never before released Brian laundry footage of Brian and his parents in the home.
Never before released.
If you were a true crime enthusiast, you would have jumped at it. Anybody would have.
But she didn't, because she's not a true crime enthusiast. You're just now recognizing she's drama.
You never followed up. You wanted to cover the drama. The drama.
Brittany covers victimhood of her own, not drama. She's a victim.
And I'm not going to address, I guess.
No, he's trying to be, Lisa.
Advised anybody. That's on you if you want to try that. And obviously that'll be rebutted by
what?
Going to address, I guess, what any attorney advised anybody.
What any attorney advised anybody? The only attorney on this case is Joseph Lasniak.
That's on you if you want to try that. And obviously that'll be rebutted by, I guess, the attorneys.
Suddenly attorneys. Okay.
Court. But what I can speak to is the behavior we all see. Ongoing public engagement, despite repeated requests to step back. And this is coming from our own side, if you will. This isn't directed at Granny or barbecue at all. None of this entire live is actually nothing to do with them. This is about Brittany.
You don't have the right to direct anything at me. Your attorney doesn't have the right to tell me anything. No shit, it's not about me.
Because Brittany wanted the attention, and she wanted me to call her out publicly because she called me out publicly. So again,
No, these guys are so mature. This is a professional private intelligence group that works for the elite. But because she called me out publicly, I'm going to call her out publicly. Meow.
I'm probably going to do a longer video on this.
I bet you are. It's the most views you gotten in a long fucking time. I bet you are.
This was a little bit unexpected, and I'll do that just to clarify and provide. It'll be
Who do you think's in his ear? Hong? Or the voices in his head?
in the replay, actually. What I'll do is work and have it edited, cut up, add receipts, what you guys like to call them, with
Yeah, we're still waiting for them. Where are they at?
redactions to refute whatever other allegations are in that 59-minute live. If another one happens, I'm not going to be going back and forth playing ping pong. We'll handle it in court where it should be handled. But I'd rather.
Oh, there you go, Brittany. Now you're going to be sued by Nick and them. You thought it was all great and grand when you were on the upper hand.
Rather not do that. I don't know. Let's see if there are any other talking points I have to hit. And these were all approved. That's why it took me a little while to get.
These were all
back to
approved
the attorneys.
by the attorneys. These are all approved by the attorneys. The attorneys approved Nick to come on here and make an asinine settlement offer with me and then go at his co-plaintiff. The attorneys approved that. Yes. Okay.
Plural.
You need new attorneys then. Look, he even says plural too.
Live. I had to go through
I can't wait till the judge gets to hear all of this shit.
the attorneys. Plural.
Attorneys, plural.
Sorry, it's been a long day.
He laughs because he knows he's lying. That's why he's laughing. There is no attorneys. There's not. There's Joseph Lasniak, who put himself as a plaintiff in our own litigation.
Plural.
Duper's delight here.
Sorry, it's been a long day.
The voices in your heads are not certified attorneys, Nick.
So the dispute in itself,
Yeah.
it's already repeatedly amplified online through streams, through posts, through responses. Instead of letting things cool down, it keeps
Here he's back to reading ChatGPT.
being recirculated publicly. It's being kept in the public arena rather than confined in the proper process by any means of the definition. Everything has been exploited in this process, and I've never seen something like this in my life. Everything
I've never seen one like this in my life. You used a missing child whose name has reached national platforms to put this litigation in a courtroom, and you're shocked that it's being played out publicly where you put it? Are you fucking kidding? They are theatrical.
exploited to this magnitude, it's kind of wild. I'm not
What? Your SmackDown
by
in court?
any means
His SmackDown in court's been exploited? The embarrassment of having your ass handed to you in court has been exploited?
suggesting that Brittany is the sole cause of these filings, though I will tell you in the hearing we had in February, without all of the disruptions we had and the sheriffs having to march in twice,
Which were due to Brittany's people calling, War Eagle calling. Yes, go on.
it was mostly about Brittany, who wasn't even there. And you know how
The filing was mostly about Brittany, who wasn't even there. The hearing? The hearing was about Brittany, who wasn't even there? What? She got mentioned because she said that my attorney looking to do depositions was harassment. She was mentioned, but it wasn't about her.
like that's a slap in the face for the plaintiffs that show up there. But we only hear about Brittany and what she had to say the night before, and the night before, and the night before, and the week.
What? This guy's just making this up. I've never heard somebody just lie like this. Actually, I did because he did it all throughout his filings, but hold on, let me see something. Give me one quick second. Ah, do. Okay. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to see this. And maybe you all will too. I don't know. Whoa, what just happened? Okay. Let me go over to here. I'm confused by this, so I genuinely want to know. All right. Actually, hold on. I'll read it myself and I'll let you guys know. But I don't recall Brittany being the main discussion there. Matter of fact, she wasn't, and it certainly wasn't about what she said the day before and the day before and the day before. That never happened. It was about you guys not knowing what a RICO was and how this is all fabricated nonsense. You asking for a continuance. Lesniak claiming he has discovery to hand us acknowledging that's not the way this works. We would be the ones to ask for discovery. King giving some legal smackdown. My attorney saying you just said that you have hundreds of hours of exhibits, but yet you need discovery. King says, well, that's not discovery. And then my attorney speaks, but no, nothing about Brittany. The only thing that involved Brittany, my attorney says, Judge, in his argument, in the RICO complaint, he argues that it's a closed ending and an open ending. Okay, it cannot be both. You put the exhibits. Part of this thing was you delivered these to a podcaster, this whole thing before my client was served on October 18th, so they could talk about it. And all they did was mention Bruce Castor. Bruce, oh, this is so serious. This is a federal crime. This is federal crimes. It's not a crime. This is not federal court. This is civil court. On top of that, you put all those exhibits and all those things you had since October 18th to follow those things, and you didn't. You waited. You put them on a website so the public could go out and castigate these two women so they could go out and say, oh, look at these things. Look at these affidavits of nonsense. And that's what you did. And now you want a continuance? Yeah, nothing about Brittany here. The court acknowledges they asked Lesniak what discovery he needs, and he says he wants to ask us about the basis of our podcast, which is different in your appeal. Here we go. This is the only time Brittany was brought up. Judge, I've already started discovery. Lesniak speaks. All right, Judge, that's one of the issues here. Let me explain this to you. They don't need anything. First off, the podcast, they already have hundreds of hours. This part of what they've done here, Your Honor, they said that my client is going to spend the next 10 years doing podcasts to buy gas to and from the courthouse, okay? That's one. He's had hundreds of hours. Those podcasts, even if you requested them, are readily available as the part of the public, and he has them. I started discovering this case, and one of his plaintiffs said, because I was sending him to discovery, you're harassing me. Who are you to tell me I have 30 days to answer discovery? You're a sleazy back alley lawyer. That's what his client said, because I served discovery. He had every opportunity, if he wanted discovery, to start the discovery process, but he comes here to delay this court. That was what their whole game is, to tie these two women up for no reason. And they can't make out those three standards that are mentioned in the brief. You have to look at the complaint and what was happening here. The fact is, as Mr. King said, dog was added to this. They said that the search for the missed teenager, by the way, Your Honor, this is horrible to do on the back of a missing child, is an utter disgrace, in my opinion. But that being said, you added Bruce Castor's name. So that's the only part Brittany was mentioned, Nick. Again, you can gaslight Brittany all fucking day, but you're not going to gaslight the rest of us. And matter of fact, she wasn't even mentioned. It said plaintiff. A plaintiff said. So this is all just lies here. There you go, Brittany. You can thank me later, bitch.
It was mostly about Brittany, who wasn't even there. And you know how, that's a slap in the face for the plaintiffs that show up there. But we only hear about Brittany and what she had to say the night before, and the night before, and the night before, and the week before, and the month before, and 2 months before.
No, he's saying right here that all they spoke about was Brittany and the shit she said and done. That's what he's saying, and that's just a flat out lie.
It's exhausting. But I'm not saying she's the cause of all of them.
That small part is the only part Brittany was acknowledged during the court hearing.
Just a lot of them. filings are obviously typically initiated through legal counsel and in the court process, but they've been initiated on YouTube in a lot of instances on here because of Brittany. Um,
Alex, I'll take trolling and bait BJ for 500. Meow.
again, this wasn't supposed to be something that was going to be a call out match, but it wound up there when
It's all your fault, Brittany.
I was instructed that I was live and I have to make a response on some of the allegations, if not all of them, but we just don't have time tonight.
What filing was ever put into the courthouse that had to do with YouTube, aside from them when they ran wanting a gag order on us and used a bunch of shit that barbecue put on Twitter?
See,
None of it.
as far as
Guys just
Brittany
making shit
ignoring
up.
the lawyers, I'm not going to discuss anyone's legal advice, their attorney communications. I can only speak to what's public, which is the continued online engagement about an active case. I'm going to combat any misinformation that comes out about me only from those that are
Your co-plaintiffs? Miss Liverbear, thank you so much for the membership.
plaintiffs. That's not a thing because it's not happening. It's only one person out of like a dozen. You
He
buy
keeps saying there's a dozen plaintiffs. This guy really doesn't know how many plaintiffs there are. There's 10. There's 10 plaintiffs. I don't know why he keeps saying a dozen.
a carton of eggs and you have a cracked one. This is what we're dealing with.
He called Brittany a crack egg. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty blamed Granny for it all. Now her own co-plaintiffs and the Scrivener in charge are having Brittany take the fall. I love this for you, Brittany. You stupid ass bitch.
I'm not assigning motive. I'm describing a dynamic. Ongoing public engagement tends to escalate a dispute.
Yes, it
And I
does,
think
Nick.
it's counterproductive while litigation is active. I shouldn't have to call you out like a child. I shouldn't.
like Brittany putting in the course that she's so afraid of me and then actively going at me every single day, Nick, like that. Do you think that harms your litigation? Do you think it proves a lot of fallacies? I mean, come on.
And you aren't a child. You are very
Old.
bright. You are very good at what you do. You have a talent.
She's very
If you
manipulative.
want to do it with the drama, do it, but do it respectfully and not at the cost of others and not at the cost of this litigation and not at the cost of people's sanity. Do it with people that I guess enjoy that back and forth.
This is
instead.
wild.
Don't get into a case just to turn it into that because it robs the case of its value. It robs the community,
Wow.
the true crime algorithm and all of that. When you have drama wars, like what? It's not cool, right? We're adults. We're not in high school, and even high schoolers would look at this and say, "Yo, these people are adults. They're adults, but they."
This guy works for the elite. He is a private intelligence investigator who works for the elite. Don't forget that.
Act like this on a public platform. It's ridiculous.
I'm a loser,
But
baby.
to call it true crime is a
This is true.
disgrace.
Very
To
true,
put
Nick.
anybody's name other than yourself and the person that you're going at in the title of any videos that you do
Yeah, it's
is a
disgraceful.
disservice
Hmm.
to the true crime community and to those who follow you because
Yep.
we believe that you were, in fact, somebody that valued those same standards that brought a lot of us together.
Really? The only standards that brought you all together was the standard to try to manipulate people into being silent. That's what brought you all together. This idea that this is incredible to me. I've never heard such delusion in one
I
stream.
didn't come to you. You came to us.
Boom.
You came to me. I didn't know you. Never would have met you. But here we are. We met. And I don't regret it. I don't.
And yet we could have been cool, Nick. We could have ran the streets together.
And this isn't to say that you're like terrible at what you do because you're not. You're very. I'm going to tell you, you're popular because look, I think I have more clicks on this than you got Caster. So Brittany, let me tell you, you are.
Well, that's for several reasons, Nick. It's for several reasons. It's not because of popularity. It's because she's strongly disliked because she joined the wrong forces like an idiot. Her son's insomnia has been so much better the past year than it ever was. So much for a story of them cowering in corners. Wow.
Are popular. So you're just wasting your talent, girl. I don't know what else to tell you.
Caster, right.
You're getting a good amount of traction, which is another reason why I didn't want to raise any money on here or have super chats and stuff like that, because let the children have it. I don't want to feed into the drama. I don't want to feed into the mess, but I do want to get the message to you. And I guess this is like almost an intervention,
An intervention.
a harsh one, but tough love. Kind of. You stop it or
Get sued.
do it with dignity.
Dignity.
Watch some more talk shows like Jerry.
So
watch
where
some
she
more
doesn't
stuff
know.
like that. Not in any disrespect. That has an audience. It has a following. Trust me, I know a lot of people that became millionaires because of shows like that. A lot of people
Yes,
that
it's
became millionaires
comical.
because of shows like that. Not just the host. I'm saying the producers, executive producers.
Dignity.
A lot. One of them is still. He knows nothing really about the whole. I don't even know what's it called.
What's this guy even fucking saying? Honest to God, what is he saying? This is the most word salad shit I ever heard. Talk about a filibuster. He's just. I mean, just insert the fucking noise from that little cartoon. This is. I hear nothing. Does anybody hear anything? I seriously, this is the most. What the fuck are you even saying?
He went from the Ellen Show to now the Jennifer Hudson Show. And he's the executive producer, Andy, my buddy. But that is a wild change of like.
Andy's
vibe,
his
right?
buddy too. His buddy Andy and Ellen and
He became maybe worth 75 million because of drama. Drama sells, but respectful drama that doesn't cause people to lose sleep, that doesn't cause mothers and those to cry on Christmas or other days. I'm not saying that you're the cause of that.
Oh, thank you for acknowledging that, Nick. So you do recognize the harm Brittany has caused many people. There are some things I can appreciate of what Nick's saying. Some things I don't even know what he's saying. I think he's just, talking to talk. But I think his underlying message is actually very factual. He just didn't say it in a great way. He tried to mix ChatGPT with his own words, and it just sounds like, you know what I mean? But we hear the overall message.
Don't make people cry unless I get.
But you filed a whole document on Christmas, Nick. You did that.
Yes, if they come at you first and you're defending yourself, but just stop it for 3 months and see if they stop coming at you.
Right. Stop engaging, Brittany, and then maybe people will stop going at you. Common sense.
And if they don't, you file a police report and they'll get arrested because that's 3 months of harassment, stalking, and charges.
But it's not, Nick. But it's not.
And then you stick to the true crime. If you go to true crime, they can't
So
come at you
ridiculous.
with anything. They're not going to attack you if you're not talking about them. They're not going to attack you if you're not acknowledging them, because they want to use your audience. They want to use your following.
She doesn't have an audience or a following, Nick. It is our audience and our following that gives her any type of relevancy. She doesn't have any. You're mistaken hate for a following. Her chat moves slower than molasses. I mean, she doesn't have anybody that really supports her. She's popular to dislike. That's it. That's all.
To boost theirs, and it's working.
Hence why you're doing a part 2. Because you know that. Hence, that is working.
It's working. But other than that, I think for the most part, that's the message. I'll have some more to say if I have to. I don't want to. I don't want to have to go back and forth. But again, we're going to update this with receipts and put that in there for you guys. Nothing that's going to be like any embarrassing or anything like. We're not trying to.
Yes, Daisy.
It's going to refute everything that was said line for line. So if I have to do another live, I'm going to. I'll know in the next couple of hours what we're dealing with and how much more was said. I can't emphasize it. I mean, of all people, Brittany, you should know when it comes to Discords and stuff and YouTube and every Twitter, X, Facebook, iMessage, everything. We know as far as what your reaction was. We know what you said about this live. We know when you found out about it. And
basically, you still have moles that are running to them, and they got it all documented, Brittany.
We're not trying to fight. We're just trying to get the message to you to get on the same page with everybody. Again, thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll be back when need be.
Let's go!
So the plaintiffs are eating each other alive. You guys said wait, that something comes up, but I don't see it. Okay. That again was a whole bunch of, you could have just summed that up by saying Brittany is a liar. She's a perpetual victim. She sleeps all day. So no, we don't get in touch with her about what's going on because we're sleeping at night. And that could have summed it all up. But there's no doubt in my mind that he needed those extra views he got from all of that. He said so himself. You really thought Bruce Castor was going to be more popular on YouTube and the drama filth community that you involved yourself using a missing child than Brittany's name? Shocker. I mean, seriously. I don't believe it either, straight talker. I don't believe that for 1 second. Brandon says that, does this all feel like some long troll rug pull to anyone else? Yes. There's a motive behind all of this, no doubt about it. But if you go back to what we said a year ago, we knew that Brittany would be left. We knew that she would be their useful idiot and would be left handling this alone. We knew that they would hold her accountable for all of it. So I'm not shocked. I don't think anybody should be. What I do find shocking is this idea that Brittany, that it took Nick offering me another out for Brittany to cry how fucked over she's been in this whole litigation. You knew that you went a year without speaking to them. You knew that they weren't updating you with what was going on, but you never tried to do anything about it. You should have gotten an attorney to look into what you already got yourself into instead of trying to start new shit.
For speaking up about what I think is right. Get in line. Get in line.
Hey, I got a guy. He ain't gonna turn his back on me.
I don't
I don't
like
need
other
you.
things. It's so
I
crazy.
need these.
Misty, I'm the same way. I am the same way. Even with my
You heard me
enemies.
say that to people to their face too.
Yeah. Even to my enemies, like if I see one of my enemies going through something that's hard or bad, I don't get any type of joy. I
Pleasure
never
out of
get
it,
any
yeah.
pleasure.
Now, this is a damn lie, and I'll tell you how it's a lie. Because when I was demonetized, Brittany sat up there laughing, hysterical. I was demonetized. What happened? A month later, Brittany got demonetized, and we laughed in her face and said, that's karma. This idea, Brittany, that you don't laugh when your enemies are going through something hard. You were giddy as a motherfucker to find out that Tony was suing me. You absolutely do. You are not this like grandstanding Christian woman you try to present yourself as. This is why people know you're full of shit. They know you're full of shit. He comes back up and says more. Well, I don't care. I can't handle anymore. Unless it was anything of value, I really don't care. It was a bunch of filibuster. Meow. The funniest thing throughout it all was the meow and him saying he's friends with Ellen. She is living a lie. She was in every hate stream about me. She would miss her own streams that were supposed to be true crime and lie to her audience that she was busy doing whatever when she was really busy being on a stream talking about me. Would you mind explaining what the offers were? That every offer Nick has ever given has been through a public live stream. When he said, I can call up Lasniak and we could shake hands and blah, blah, blah. And then this whole one with beats him. There's never been any private discussion at all approached via any of our attorneys as far as settlement goes. So I don't even know what he's talking about. The guy just talks shit. I mean, he's not, it's like two evils. You know what I mean? It's not.
I feel bad for him.
It's
Shut the
sad,
fuck up, Brittany.
watching somebody go to the very end, still a hate-filled person.
Yeah. So something was said about me tonight that
Because you two aren't hate-filled. You two are just upstanding, good, productive members of society.
But it's good to see him off your ass,
people-
That's one less person off my back.
people
Craig just said off your ass. That's one less person on your ass. She actually got more people on her ass now, Craigie. She now has BHB and Nick on her ass. Are you nuts? Thank you so much. Granny Strong. Sarah, thank you for the super sticker.
will leave and then I'll let them come back and like,
You
oh,
said a prayer before you die.
so
Out of everything Nick said, she wants to address the fact that she allowed Angela back. This is incredible for me. Out of everything that was said, this is the thing that you want to acknowledge because it's the sore point that you have. You are so pathetic that you have lost over 200 moderators and you accept the one that exposed you the most back. That's why that's what you want to acknowledge because you know it's fucking true.
that's called
you know, if you
It's called pathetic. It's called pitiful. It's called desperate.
if you want to say that I'm calculated or I'm a bad person because I forgive
Brittany
people,
ain't calculated.
He never said you're calculated or a bad person because you forgive people. This is how conniving she is. This is how conniving she is. You can guarantee, Nick, that Brittany's going to set up to try to pull some shit where she holds you all accountable. Count on it.
No, I'm over here trying to tell you calculations. We just living. We're just normal people.
well,
living.
that was said about me that
We're just normal people living, but we're up from the midnight hours, early AM hours, and sleeping till 5 p.m. Yeah, normal people.
I'm either dingy or I'm calculated and
What?
dingy or
When did Nick use the word dingy? I'm either dingy or I'm calculated.
I'm calculated and
We're just normal people. Ain't nobody
and it's like,
calculating nothing.
I'm
All of
too
us-
fucking ADHD to be calculated. I
Yeah,
can't.
We ain't got no time. Like we didn't come in on till 4 o'clock tonight. We're living life.
Jesus, I'm
Taking care of
telling you.
shit.
Wait, what?
No time. Like we didn't come in on till 4 o'clock tonight.
Jeez.
We don't have time. We be coming on till 4 o'clock. You know what's funny about this is that he just literally said, I try to make her calculated. And now he's saying we don't have time to be calculated. That's how quickly these sweet Christians lie. They don't have time to be calculated, but he just said, I try to make her calculated. You can't with these people.
Yes, I'm
Taking care of
telling you.
Children, cooking dinner.
But because
That's them being productive members of society. Cooking dinner at 10 p.m. at night. I bet you she would. I bet you if at night sent Angela a cease and desist with warnings that they were going to sue her, she would crumble so fucking quickly. Guarantee it.
I've
This is a side hustle.
I've let people come back. I forgive. I to a fault. I forgive very easily.
Forgiving don't mean you let somebody back.
No, but I have let people
Well, I'm
back
saying
because.
that's where I defer, right?
But you know that I'm
I can forgive
forgiven.
you and never let you back in my
Yeah.
life. Forgiving you means I'm not holding hate in my heart for what you.
Right. No, you're desperate. That's what you did, Brittany. You desperately accepted Angela back because you need anybody who's willing to defend you, even at the cost of your own dignity.
Done. I
Yeah.
say, Lord, that's on you. Your will be done. But let it go.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you got to let them come back. That's foolish.
But I have, and I mean, in some I'm glad I did. In some it was a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and if I did give you a second chance, I'd never trust you again. It's never going to be the same.
right, Heather, forgive, but don't forget, protect your heart.
Right. But instead, you're like, yeah, Angela, message me. Yeah, Angela, send me a message. I'll tell you.
What sucks is when it's family.
No, God.
You let them back and they just think, well,
He's talking about you, Brittany. Be nice, try. Thank you for the gifted. Right here, he's talking about Brittany. What sucks is when it's family. When you allow her back because you have no fucking choice.
I'm gonna walk all over you again and again and again and again. And eventually you say, like, it sucks, but I'm gonna have to cut family out too. But you ain't part of my
That's a
family.
little thick, isn't it?
That's what it calls for.
It's sweet, but that's a lot. It calls for that much?
A half ounce, yeah. I'm gonna put three to the half instead of 2 there.
What? Are they talking about something he just bought now? They just needed the audience to pay for their Christmas, right? And now they're talking about some expense?
That's what it calls for.
It's sweet, but that's a lot. It calls for that much?
A
Or
half
maybe this is an ingredient? I don't know.
ounce, yeah. I'm gonna put three to the half instead of 2 there.
Jeez.
4 a.m. they're
All right.
cooking.
Does he realize you have 2 channels? Who, Kentucky?
You think he gives a fuck?
Oh my
Kentucky?
God, family is the worst. Misty.
There's
Sam-
that fat seal clap again. Family is the worst. Brittany, your family stood up and took your kids when you won it. What do you mean family's the worst? If everybody in Brittany's life is the worst, including her own family.
Family will F you
The
Not
word,
my
'cause
family,
they're so
quicker than
close.
anybody.
They're closer to you, so they can do more damage.
Yeah.
I don't know. My family's pretty fucking solid. How about yours?
these people wish they were close enough. You know, they're out of state. They've never been in your house. They
Yeah.
don't really. They think they know something, but they don't know nothing about you.
You don't even let you don't even let Brittany's father come in your house. You think any one of us actually want to step foot in that house? We fucking saw it. I can assure you, none of us want to step foot in it.
But the family,
Right.
they've been with you every day. They know every
Yeah.
little dirty detail, and they're so close
Every little dirty detail.
to you. Know they can really do damage to your life.
So he's saying family knows the truth about them, and because of that, they can really do damage to their lives. I don't live this way, but I guess because I don't have dirty secrets that my family could expose. You know what I mean? Like this just admits that these two are hiding like literal dirty shit, and that's why they wouldn't let Brittany's father in. Craig was muted when said BJ and he have a lot of money for lawyers. Good for her.
Yep.
Financially, your vehicles,
Oh, they can.
and then
exclude-
when they
Oh,
say
yeah,
something about your
Kentucky.
reputation, people believe it. You're like, well,
And I
that's,
was
that's their
stunned at his
family. That's
comments.
gotta
It was
be true.
ridiculously stupid. Oh yeah, Daisy. It and the lie.
Brittany so badly wants to talk about Nick, but Craigie Poo over here doesn't recognize this is about Nick.
The lies is oh my god.
The lies is. This is the woman who makes fun of the way other people speak. The lies is.
lies, y'all. The absolute lies.
The lies.
Well,
Even Craig's mocking her. The lies.
one of the things that was said was that the plaintiffs were
What's this?
all upset with me because I didn't attend any of the hearings.
I bet.
This is how stupid Brittany is. He never said the plaintiffs were upset with you because you didn't attend any of the hearings. He did not say that. First off, there was one hearing, but you wouldn't know that because you don't know shit that's going on in your own litigation. I'm glad to know, though, that Nick agrees that Brittany needs to appear at the next hearing. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
Y'all,
you want us on camera?
do
don't
you know how many hearings
Here goes Craig. You want us on camera, don't you?
there
Good luck with
was?
that. If it ain't mandated, we
You
ain't.
know how many hearings there was?
Are you really going to tell me that there was a hearing that nobody else knew about? Barbecue and Granny didn't say nothing about these hearings. There was one hearing. Everybody,
That's all Nick said was the one hearing that we had was all about you. Really, comprehension is the issue with her. Holy shit, she just lies. I'm with you, Nick. Get this bitch. All she does is lie.
knows about that hearing because Granny and Barbecue went. Remember, guys?
and
Julie,
broke law and
The
recorded
only
it.
plaintiffs that went to that hearing were Hong, Nick, and Julie.
Nick and Julie.
We didn't have any other hearings, so why would you even say that?
Why would you even say that? Who's she talking like now? Because this ain't her. Right. You heard Craig. If it ain't mandated, yeah, the next one's going to be mandated, Craig. The next one will be mandated.
None of the plaintiffs have been to any of the hearings that are out of state, including me.
All the hearings are going to be out of state, you idiot. You filed them in Pennsylvania. This girl's really just stupid. Right, because that's the only place she gets the information from, B-Fam. You notice she just said you, Granny, and Barbecue didn't say anything about any other hearings besides the one hearing. So she gets all her information from you and Barbecue. Facts.
I don't know. I was speaking for myself.
It was a
but I wouldn't even
bold-faced
know
lie.
unless I was mandated.
If
You
there
know,
was
Again, this makes me wonder, is Brittany doing this intentionally right now? Fucking up what Nick said? Or is this the way she operates? Because we all heard what Nick said. And that's not what he said.
there
You
was
on TikTok?
if there was a hearing
I ain't been on there in a while.
that all the plaintiffs attended that I quote unquote didn't, don't you know Granny would be freaking all over the place,
And
like
that gives them
calling.
a chance to get
come
their
on,
face
guys.
in person and shit too.
Come on, y'all know.
Craig, you think I want to get her face in person? You'd be right. I do, actually. That's one thing you got correct. Yes, I would love to see Brittany face to face in person. Absolutely would. And I'd love to see Brittany's face when you see me face to face in person. Because I'll tell you what, these bitches have had cam leaks all over. I saw yours, Jonesin. I saw that Froggy woman, and it all makes sense. Every single one of you bitches that come at my looks or any of our looks out here all look the same way. You all look like Fiona. Every single one of you. So you look like a crossover of Fiona and Patrick from SpongeBob having babies. You all got the same fucking look. And every time one of your looks are revealed, I say to myself, I fucking know it. I know it. And it's always bitches like you that talk the most about the way other people look. I fucking know it.
Oh,
These people so
like,
trashy. They be
why would
assaulting
you-
in the court parking lot.
Why would
Yeah, you wish, Craig. You wish these people were so trashy they would have sought you in the parking lot. Duh, duh, duh. Aren't you gonna be there with your Swiss cheese gun? Shut the fuck up, Craig.
you even make up a lie
You're
like
trash,
that
man.
and say
Y'all
No, how do you make up a lie and say that Nick ever said that when that's not what the fuck Nick said? Nick said the one hearing that we had, the primary focus was Brittany, and it's fucked up because Brittany wasn't even there. That's what the fuck was said. You're a liar, Brittany. Everybody heard the man, but you're twisting what he said because that's what you're best at, twisting shit. Perpetual victim.
that. The other one is that they try to reach me
Yes,
over
I
at
know.
24 times.
It's probably
You
true.
better show the receipts for that.
Oh, you better show the receipts for that, Nick. She's calling you to fuck out, Nick. You gonna take this? Are you gonna take this little pathological lying bitch calling you out on your integrity? Better show the receipts, Nick.
I'm going to suppose that you have emails and phone call receipts that you can show with that because
I'm going to suppose that you have. Okay, Brittany.
that's a lie too. I've been trying to get in touch with Lesniak for months.
Oh, show your proof. Show your proof that you've been trying to get a hold of Lasniak for months. I suppose you're going to lie.
For months.
Who the fuck would keep their name on litigation if they couldn't get a hold of their attorney for months? Why didn't you hire an attorney to seek what the fuck was going on in Pennsylvania then? This is why you're an idiot. You walk yourself right into these holes and then cry that you're a victim of it. I've been trying to get a hold of Lasniak for months. For months.
That
You
is
know,
not true.
Them threatening to use your chat against you. That's what do you call it when you
Say it. Say it, Craigie Poo. I want to hear how fucking hypocritical you motherfuckers live. Say it.
Oh, that's
against the law too.
proud.
Oh, it's against the law to use somebody's chat against them. Well, I'll be damned. Give me just a second. I'll be damned. It's against the law to use somebody's chat against them. Does anybody else recall what Brittany had throughout her C&Ds and her declarations in Pennsylvania? Your chat and your chatter said, and a comment in your chat box said, but now it's against the law to use somebody's chat against them? Do these people live in reality? It's actually concerning. Seriously. How the fuck am I mixed up with these type of people that don't know shit about shit about shit? It scares me.
That did
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't
I
saying
think.
any names, you did, so that was you. But yeah, that's when you hope blackmail people. That's blackmail. That's,
Oh, that's blackmail? That's blackmail? Oh, wow. I would have thought telling somebody they have 2 days to give you $500 or they're going to hold a press conference in your neighborhood would be blackmail. Oh, what do I know?
illegal. Does he
That's
know
illegal?
that?
I don't know, and I don't
Right.
think he cares.
Well, I'm just while you're on that, like when you do that, that's blackmail, and you could be charged for that, buddy. I'm
Seek those charges, buddy. These people are so slow.
you to know
Oh,
that.
Jody, thank you.
You better watch your threats very, very carefully because that's
Now you're telling me, Nick, that this is the talent you're talking about, the great true crimer you're talking about? And then you have Christ saying you better watch your threats. This is the man who's literally threatened to beat people up. This is the man who literally threatened to take people's lives. This is the man who literally threatened to shoot people. And he's telling people to be careful with their threats. You're fucking kidding, right? These two, between the both of them, have zero self-awareness. Seriously, zero. I have never witnessed nothing like it.
blackmail.
Yeah, Jody
You're
said.
your own fucking recording blackmailing people.
You're on record and blackmailing people. Like you, Craig, you gonna have yourself another lawsuit. First, you're gonna lose your channel, then you're gonna lose your life. Like that type of threat, Craig? Huh.
Very, very intelligent, man.
Jody says, Britt, I'm probably gonna fall back asleep.
This is the guy who's sitting next to his girlfriend who admittedly joined a RICO allegation injunction against two women that they've never met in person, hasn't spoken to the attorney in at least a fucking year, doesn't have any idea what any filings are coming out with, only gets her information via the defendant, myself, and he's calling other people stupid? Really? Does any of the nonsense that Nick spewed affect the litigation at all? I don't believe it does. They're just panicking, but I thought I asked. They're all still responsible, right? Yeah, they're responsible and it will impact them, yes. But they're definitely still responsible.
Sleep. I just want you to know that I care for you and this little spot that we have here to come together. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that.
Go to fuck to sleep, Jody.
Thank you so much. Oh God. Squirrel brains.
Damn.
Oh my God.
She can't even laugh without being out of breath. Squirrel brains. That's so funny. Squirrel brains. That's probably what the fuck Craig's cooking in the kitchen right now.
God. My dad ate squirrel brains and biscuit.
How'd I know it? How'd I know it? How'd I know that's something these motherfuckers are eating? It makes sense for that chat. Folks, I'm telling you, I had no idea I was going to say that, but I somehow fucking knew it.
So,
Yeah,
No.
you can get a year
Uh-oh.
in federal prison for blackmail.
so
Oh, shut the fuck up, Craig. Shut the fuck up. You get a year of federal prison for blackmail, and according to Brittany, I can get 20 years. You want to know the truth for what you can get? I'll tell you what you can get. A penalty under perjury in Pennsylvania is a potential sentence for making a false statement under oath in a civil case. The penalty for perjury in Pennsylvania is a third-degree felony, which can result in a jail sentence of up to 7 years and a fine up to $15,000. Yep, that's what you can get.
done.
Or extortion.
So
Oh, now it's
done for Jesus.
extortion.
That is
Telling Brittany she's accountable for what her chat says is now blackmail and extortion. Oh, yikes.
so
So
bad.
keep running your mouth, buddy.
That is
You know what? I have a feeling, Craig, he'll keep running it. I have a feeling he'll keep running it.
so bad.
You've already threatened enough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say too much.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, you two fucking idiots, man. Two fucking idiots. Two idiots and one mic. That should be the name of her podcast. Two idiots and one mic.
I don't care about
You've already
Proudfoot.
threatened with a gun to somebody's mouth, and now you're blackmailing people.
You already threatened with a gun to somebody's mouth. The only person who made a threat with a gun is you. I'm sorry. If somehow it felt that him telling Brittany to suck on a gun was a threat, the only way you take that as a threat if you thought there was a possibility she'd actually fucking do it. And by the looks of it, Brittany is so easily pulled on strings that maybe you did have a fear she would. Who knows?
Well, let's just move past Proudfoot. Forget him. He's got enough things that. Why is
Like what, a missing child, Brittany? He got enough things to worry about, like a missing child, you piece of shit.
I thought he did too until he started running his mouth again. I want to put that out there for you, buddy.
who sure?
When the fuck did Craig even speak on these? Or I'm sorry, when the fuck did Chris even speak on these two idiots? What right? Does Craig even know what they're talking about? Does he not know who the fuck Nick is?
Oh,
I got enough money to take you to court.
Oh, there it is again, folks.
I'm gonna put that out there for you, buddy.
who Cheryl?
I got enough money to take you to court.
I guess so. When you have the internet paying your bills and paying for your kids.
I'm gonna put that out there for you, buddy.
Who Cheryl?
I got enough money to take you to court.
Ain't that something? I got enough money to take you to court. Once again, you got Craig telling the whole audience that Brittany keeps trying to milk for every dollar they have that he has enough money to take somebody to court. Oh, yeah. Nick said that Brittany wouldn't answer the phone. That's probably the truth. Because she's sleeping all day and she's not awake until the midnight hours and they're all fucking sleeping. He doesn't even know who he's supposed to be addressing. He's talking to Chris. Right. What an idiot. You're right, Mike. What an idiot. The issue with getting involved with family, if someone is actually a professional covering cases, what families say about you would not affect you. Right. Get ready to pay up. Y'all have more suits to fund. Yep. Then he has the money she's going to owe on the RICO. Right. She sleeps all day and stays up all night. He thinks she is talking about CP. BJ is nocturnal. It just dawned on me that I think she told him it was CP instead of Nick. I agree, Gaga. Because if she tells Craig the truth, that is Nick, then Craig's going to say some shit that's going to get Brittany in bigger trouble. BJ just proved you watch Barbecue and GW for your litigation updates. Who didn't know that? When Nick called her out for not responding to calls, texts, and attorneys, I laughed out loud. He seems like the type that will toss her out when the judge's hammer comes down. Drops. Yeah, of course. We all knew that this is how it was going to be. Won't buy his own kids Christmas, but will sure sue everyone on YouTube. Facts. Well, you're looking at blackmail and extortion. That's what that is. What an idiot. Hey, Trippy. Oh, he does figure it out in a minute? Thank you, Young Black. She has no idea what has happened in her own lawsuit. That is sad. And instead of getting an attorney to figure it out, she just allows it to go on. At any time, Brittany could have reached out to Lesniak or reached out to an attorney to reach out to Lesniak to have herself withdrawn from this. But she didn't. Instead, she reached out to an attorney to take Clue and Cletus for a protective order and failed at it. Instead, she reached out to an attorney to send out C&Ds and then cried she's a victim of it. Craig really thinks that I lost in litigation to them and that they're going to hit me with a third. Not that I'm going to hit them with a third. I've never seen people so delusional about what the fuck is going on. That's why she muted him when he asked her who she was talking about. Imagine how often she gaslights and lies to Craig on a daily. That man has no idea who he had kids with. She lived in denial for long now. It's about time reality hits her. Oh, and reality is actually making things worse for her too, but I love this for them. I can't wait till Nick puts her in her place. The fact that she's sitting there lying on him repeatedly, yeah, I don't think he's going to take that lightly. I truly don't think Craig knows half of it. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I don't think Craig has any idea what's actually going on. Yeah, he can afford to sue people, but not buy his own kids Christmas. Yep. Just hold on, Granny. Your karma is coming to the tune of thousands. She's been lying to Craig this entire time. Craig doesn't know most of it. He's about to find out soon. Yep. I can't wait until Craig has to find out because TMZ's reporting on what the fuck they did. That's going to be the best. I don't have a date for it, Akira, because I'm juggling so many other things right now. I never went further yet. My understanding is I have to put a filing in to get before the judge to give her what the damages would be for the judgment. I have the default judgment. I just have to have the approval of the judge now. I'm so here when he learns the truth. He told her she needs to reach out to him in private and patch things up. None of them are smart enough to understand that this is an appeal. They already lost. It's just due process to appeal. I know that's right, Miss Kim. Brittany knows her turn is over, so high she can lie and manipulate. Well, what's funny is I hear that Brittany's chat was like saying things about Nick, like, oh, he's on parole, he's a fraudster, he got busted, da-da-da-da-da. None of that shit mattered to them a few months ago, though, did it? Now they're saying it. That's how fake these people are. Like, there are some things I can forgive people for, right? Like, I can forgive people for little dumb shit. I've forgiven people and allowed them back in my chat, never back in my circle, for little stupid things. But these are some big, serious things we're talking about here. Like, if you recognize what, like Brittany, right? Brittany called out how horrible Nick was. Brittany called out the crimes that he committed, that he was found guilty of. She called out the harm he would bring to Sebastian's case. And yet she turned around and snuggled up to him as soon as she felt it would be self-beneficial to do so. Now that is once again not beneficial, okay? Now that Nick is recognizing who and what Brittany is, and he's holding her accountable for what she has done, now she wants to call out those things again. I can't stand when people do that shit. If you're saying somebody did something so egregious that you disagree with, something that is just morally fucking wrong and bankrupt, why the fuck would you ever cozy back up to that person? I saw that breaking chains. Brenda sues in every comment section threatening somebody. How many 40-year-olds have really enemies? Right, because Brittany lives through this fantasy world of YouTube. She doesn't know how to distinguish YouTube from reality. It's a real problem she has. She doesn't know how to compartmentalize it. And this girl's just pathetic. She's truly pathetic. I've never seen anything about it. I've never seen anything like it. Stupid is as stupid does. I know that's right. I know that's right. Brenda, the fake LEO. Yeah. Brenda couldn't even spell Brenda's name correctly. Right. All of a sudden, integrity matters, right? All of a sudden, these people's past and everything matters. I can't stand when people do shit like that. If you already acknowledge somebody for what a shitty human they are and all the horrible things they've done, and you turn around and cozy up to them, it speaks volumes about you. Just like Angela. Angela calling out all the shitty things Brittany did, calling her a bad mom, a bad pet owner, all those things, and now defending her against those same things again. I just can't. I can't with people like that. It just proves time and time again that their morals are situational and they really don't give a fuck. Oh, what a shame. Isn't it shocking, Kelsey? That's what I wrote in my comment section over on whatchamacallit. Brittany wants you all to believe she's as dumb or naive as a teenager, but she's actually like 40 and a mother of 5. Did you catch her mention people are allegedly impersonating her attorney? Yeah, I'm sure she's setting up her next grift. Yes. Right. I'm supposed to be so horrible I've committed crimes, but we'll make a deal. Right. I think that's blackmailing. I think blackmailing is saying, hey, I flipped your life upside down for a year and a half, cost you thousands upon thousands and sleepless nights. But if this man from New York comes and debates me in person, I'll settle that all out with you. I keep saying time and time again, these people want to write me as this big bad wolf in their stories until it's convenient to acknowledge I'm not. I've never done the shit that Brittany accused me of doing. I never impacted her real life. I never did anything that warranted her signing that fucking declaration that she signed. And every time Brittany opens her big old mouth, she admits that. And little pieces, she admits that. Like, I've never had anything happen in my real life until I started arguing with Clue. Boom. That I never impacted your real life. Or I didn't have anything like this happen until I signed that injunction. Well, you signed the injunction on the basis that shit like this was happening. So again, you're admitting that you committed perjury. Why don't you have Craig look up Google what happens when you commit perjury in Pennsylvania next time that idiot wants to bust out a computer and Google somebody else being a criminal? And I absolutely love the fact that Nick acknowledged that what Brittany has done is criminal. It absolutely is, by every definition of every word that bitch has ever used to call somebody else a criminal and say they are breaking the law. Brittany herself has done it too. It's about damn time people fucking see it. I hope you're ready, Brittany, to carry the weight of all the bag that they're about to put on your fucking back because you deserve it. Nick knew going into it, B-Tim wouldn't say yes, and he knew going into it that what he proposed wasn't possible regardless what B-Tim said. This is for attention, Julie, and I completely agree. I couldn't believe how many people actually believed it. B-Tim, you have 72 hours. 72 hours, B-Tim. No, you have no hours because I'm saying no. And you can't go through with it if I don't agree to it. Yep, she committed perjury then, too. She sure did. She has no problem lying. She lied to the internet. She lies to herself. She lies to Craig. She lies to her own children, for fuck's sake. You think the bitch has any problem lying elsewhere? If you have no problem going into a courtroom and lying on a fucking legal document, it says everything about you. He's fully aware of everything. You signed it, BJ. No one signed on your behalf or under false pretenses. Pro tip, grown folks know enough to set their jealousy aside long enough to read the fine print. Facts. Oh, I know, Nancy Rana. Oh, I know. She'll never stop. Even Nick said that. They tried to tell her to stop. They told her it was making things worse, but she just couldn't stop. She can't stop. No, because this is all she has. All she has is playing the perpetual victim. She'll use an actual victim of a real life tragedy as a title on the thumbnail. But like Nick said himself, instead of going on about John Doe, she has to tell everybody, but wait, guess what happened to me? That is so fucking true. And her own co-plaintiffs see it for what it is. And I'm thankful for that. Now, again, Nick, it'd be a lot easier to come out here and just admit you never had a reason to do to me what you did and apologize for it. But we can play these little stupid games you have. Right, Stephanie. And 600, we're only watching because what Nick is doing is beneficial to both of them. But I'll tell you what, we are not going to allow them to distract from the bigger picture. We're not going to let them pretend they have any power to make settlements or blah, blah, blah. I won. End of. Until and unless the courts rule against the lower courts ruling, I won. That doesn't change until it changes, if it changes. Immediately, all they want is Snow beats him identity. Right. It wasn't even a realistic offer. All right, my friends, I appreciate you all being here with me today. Thank you for tuning in to hear what I had to say. I can't believe how crazy the internet can go in just a few days. That was insane. I am not going to tell you all the adulting I'm about to do, but yes, Brittany, some of us do what you do, but we just don't make posts about it. If you haven't, would you please consider hitting the thumbs up? And I will see you all back next time. Be safe and don't fall for the traps. They want the views, they want the interaction. They've tried other ways to get it. They've been unsuccessful. I have a feeling in my soul that this is a bigger plan taking place right now, and a lot of it has to do with how much traction they can get to their channels. I feel they need a distraction from what's going to take place next week and the coming weeks thereafter. And yeah, if you can, don't view it through their streams. Wait until somebody is restreaming them. Wait until somebody is making it, so that you're not giving the views to them. Because to me, that's what this comes down to for these people from the very beginning. They came in and used Sebastian's name, this fake organization. Like Julie said in that email September 5th, they were threatening truth serum. All of this has been employed to get attention from day one. Unfortunately, at the expense of Sebastian Rogers' awareness and also, me and barbecue. Don't fall for it. Wait until somebody you like is restreaming it. If you can, I'd really appreciate that. But we'll see. We'll see how this all pans out. And, I give you credit, Nick, for finally calling it for what it is and acknowledging that she is the instigator. But there are still many things you were not being honest about. None of this had to be this way. None of it. Imagine where we could be if instead of filing in a courthouse, I'm running a RICO because Brittany was afraid you come on my panel. If you actually came on my panel, we had a discussion. None of this was necessary. All right. I will see you all next time. I literally have to run because I have plans. All right. That's weird. Y'all couldn't pay me enough to watch these slimy creatures. Thank you, Bright. I seriously appreciate all of you. You as well, Nacho. I hope you all enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Or in the words of Nick, now. Ellen. Oh, my God.